What up, party people? On this Saturn's Day. Dropping in a little early. We got a whole lot of stuff to go through. So, waiting on YouTube to tell y'all I'm in the house. YouTube be tripping with the notifications. Look. So, that means they're running this in a delayed feed, maybe, or they're waiting to set the algorithm or something, because people should have been in here by now. I see 6 people supposedly in here. Make sure you wipe your shoes. Take your shoes off. Don't wipe your shoes. Take your damn shoes off before you enter the dojo. I keep forgetting to remind y'all. Keep your damn shoes off when you enter the dojo. That means hit the like button, people. Y'all know what it means. Lisa Jenkins Bay, what up? Elijah Almec Bay, Summer Breeze, what it do? Kevin Wise, what up? Kimberly Bell, my bad. Atune and Twain. Spread the wealth, Sharky Dog. Sun-Kissed Earth, Neon Black, what it do? Dr. Sinister, B Banks L, JT, Danger Man Dubs, Hodges, what up, brother? What's up, Ruth Thompson? Damn, y'all coming in fast now. Flow Rider, Thomas Mitchell, what up? Brian Bennett, what's cracking? Melanated Brown, what up? Brian Rich, Terry Bell, what up? GAMG, what's cracking? King James, don't ever put King James in this goddamn live stream. You understand me? Ishmael Timbo, what up? Greg Marble, excuse me, Senior, what up? Say what up to Junior for me. Roger G, Deb Moore, Empress Raguba, what's cracking? Darian Cheatham, what up? Noble Emotep, I'm a G, me too. What's happening? Courtney Dockery. That's right, King James. Better change that damn name up, goddammit. Better put Black Mamba in there or something. What up, Q? So, Albert Torres, Jason Rivers. See, people expecting me to come in after 12. Nobody know I'm doing this early. What up? What up, Corey? Chinzera Anubis? I got you, Jason Rivers. What's happening, y'all? Yo, let me know if the audio is good. What up, Ruth Thompson? Yeah, I'm early today. We got a whole lot of shit to go through. I don't even know if I'm gonna get to it all, honestly. It's got a whole lot of stuff on here written down, but I don't know if I can get to it. Is the audio good? Can y'all hear the fan at all? Okay, I'm making sure y'all can't hear the fan. All right, yes, we good. We good. All right. Nope, can't hear the fan. All right, word. What up, peoples? On this Saturn's Day, trying to get in here early, see if we can get one extra story in, because y'all be having me here for 3 hours. I was in here damn near 3.5 hours last week, goddammit. That's too much talking. That's too much goddamn talking. Nigga, mouth be all dry, be hungry as hell at the end of this shit. Make sure you hit the Cash App for me, people. You know, they took me off the super chat, so you can't super chat me. So you gotta hit the Cash App. That's Real Nagas number 9. You wanna hit the chicken shawarma donation button, I like to call it, because that's what I use that for throughout the week. Y'all, you donate to my chicken shawarma fund. Appreciate y'all on that. So, everybody who, if you ordered the package, it's gone. You should have it. Should have gotten an email. Don't hit me up talking about where my stuff is. It should be on its way. It should be there or it'd be on its way. So, you guys should be good on that. And again, this is the last time, because the rest of all my new products is going to be here probably Tuesday. So this is the last week. I'm going to give you the deal, the Great Book of Melanin Research. If you ordered a hard copy, you get all of it, everything right here. The Know Your Rights manual, everything you need to know about police stops and Terry stops. or in traffic stops and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. This is right here. This is the public official bonds book for when they violate your constitutional rights. So you have to go back at them and make them pay. Make them pay, baby. Don't sue them. You can sue them, but sue them later. Go after that bond, get that money early, get them off the street. And then in the meantime, I had somebody in the police stop law class last week said they got pulled over. This was in the, yo, did somebody hit me? Eric Strickling, appreciate you for the cash out, brother. Thank you, man. Chicken shawarma donation #1. Appreciate you. So somebody left in the live stream. If you go to last week's live stream, look down when I'm talking about the police stop, in the police stop section at the end, the very last one, somebody had in the live stream, they used their cards. They got pulled over. They handed them the card, and the police officer said, "Have a nice day." Then left them alone. I'm trying to tell you, when the police officers think you know the law, they leave you alone. They got much more people, so many people out there who don't know the law. Why would they keep messing with you if you really appear that you know the law? So make sure you get out there. Roderick Rose, appreciate you, brother. Said chicken shawarma truly sent. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. So make sure you let them know that you know what you're talking about. And even if you don't, you can have these on you. Conceptual Elixirs, appreciate you. Thank you, brother. For everybody hitting the cash app, the chicken shawarma donation button. You know I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Boom. You hand them this in the car. You say, "I don't answer questions." Thank you, Kevin Corbin. Man, everybody, hey, boy, I'm going to have me a chicken shawarma feast around here, boy. Somebody said cat shawarma a couple weeks ago. I don't eat cat. Well, not that cat, but I don't eat, I don't eat live cat. But, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the chicken shawarma donation. But right here, yo, Brian Richards, thank you, man. Everybody appreciate the chicken shawarma donation love. Appreciate that. Right here, though, he gave them, handed them this, said, "I don't answer questions." Police officer let him go. So again, this is what you need to do. We are armoring up out here. We're getting ready for what's coming down. Kamala is possibly going to be in there. Kamala don't like niggas. I'm just telling you. Toby Robinson, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Says that's a turkey burger. That's for turkey burgers. All right, I'll save that for turkey burgers, not chicken shawarma. Appreciate you, brother. But Kamala don't like melanated people. Did you see the video of the lady that just came out that she sent to jail because she didn't take her for truancy? Her daughter had truancy, but her daughter was in the hospital with a condition, and Kamala prosecuted that lady and sent her to jail for not sending her kids to school. Just some dumb shit. So look, you see what's about to come down. Boom, make sure you get over there, order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, bam, and you will get all of that. Plus, again, for the last week, I'm going to hook you up with the 5 decks of flashcards. Police Stop flashcards 1 and 2, because you need both of those. Law and Government flashcards 1 and 2, because you need to know about the law and the government. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing out here. You better know, you better get involved before they take this whole thing away from you. You see all these damn immigrants coming in here. I promise you, they gonna get knowledged up. So you better get ahead of them. You already had the head start, so you need to get on your game right here. And then this is police stop, or the Supreme Court police stop decisions right here. Everything that makes all of this stuff legal. So make sure you get out here. You order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. You should have this already. I'm telling y'all, all y'all should have it. I'm the only place you can get this, unless somebody took this and copied it. But you don't have the files to copy it. Again, I got the files and made it into a book. Nobody else made this into a book. I made this into a book from the files I got from the Federation of Pigment Cell, the International Federation of Pigment Cell Society. So that information is not on the internet anymore. Just so you know, you can't find it. The website they had it on, they took that down. I'm the only place you can get this information. So bam, make sure you support. That's how you really support me, because they took away the super chat button, realnagas.com, and I will get this to you ASAP. All right, appreciate you. And anybody who wanted to go for the Patreon, if you want to learn how to, before that though, make sure you get out to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up as a volunteer. Sign up as a volunteer, baby. We gonna build this army with you or without you. We just had an interview session this week, and I just gathered a couple of, man, how long you been, every time we go to the interview session, it's a few people that, man, I've been listening to you for a couple years. I was like, see? See, now somebody's going to sign up this week who's been listening to me for a couple of years, and I'm going to say it to you in the interview session. Yep. So make sure you get over there and knowyourrightsfoundation.org. You want to sign up as a volunteer. We teach you the law for free. That's right, for free. No money, no dollars, no cents, just free. All right. So the deal is you have to take this information, go back out to your community, teach it to your family, your friends, and so that they can pass this on. So we're coming out of this era where we had nothing, we had no knowledge of the police. That era is gone. We're moving into a new age, a new era where everybody in the communities, especially our communities, are going to know how to deal with the police lawfully, which is going to put fear in them because they do have checks and balances, things, ways that you can get back at them monetarily. Also, prosecute them. You can prosecute them criminally as well, but you need to get into the Know Your Rights Foundation and know how to get at them. What up, brother Mel? WDMA. So make sure you get over there, KYRF.org, if you can't remember the long URL, KYRF.org for the short URL, and you got to get one of these certifications. That's the deal. We teach you for free, but you got to work to get one of these, and you go back out into the world. All right. And if you don't want to do that, you can sign up to my Patreon. If you just want to join the classes, the police stop law classes that we have on Sunday. Crazy classes. Classes go for about 5 hours. They be holding me in there, man. I be trying to get out. They pull me back in. I be trying to get out of there early. Everybody raising their hand, got questions, want to say something about the police stop. It's a good time. It's a good time. Everybody has a great time in there. Roger Groves, appreciate you. He says, for the shirt is on point. Appreciate you, brother. That's right. What's your surety bond number, officer? I'm trying to tell you, you better get in here so you understand how to ask him this. What is your surety bond number? But if you want to get to the police stop law classes and you don't want to join the Know Your Rights Foundation, if you want to pay to get in, you can join the Patreon, patreon.com/real Nagas. Sign up to that level, and you can join the classes every Sunday. Also, if you want the status classes, you want to learn how to get out of the government, out of the corporation, the federal corporation, United States of America, Inc., a Delaware corporation that you have signed your rights over to, that you can consensually take that right. You can take those rights back. So if you want to do that, sign up to Know Your Rights patreon.com/real Nagas to the status class level. And at the highest level, when you're able to explain the paperwork, I will give you the paperwork for free, but you got to be able to explain it. Because I can't have you going out here with a nuclear bomb. That's the paperwork is like a it's like a nuclear missile, and I can't have you going out here if you don't know how to use it. All right, so that's the deal. Appreciate y'all for supporting on that. And then last thing, make sure you go out and hook up the homie Timmy Tight Top on the weed juice side of the game right here. Hit him up for the weed juice, the strawberry lemonade, the strawberry apple pear and lemon off the chain. I had to have this in the freezer. This is why you see it all frosted up. Can't count on Timmy Tight Top to drop off these juices all the time. So I had to save some right here. Then I got the, this is the Black Magic. This one is the crazy one right here. This is activated charcoal to suck up all those toxins that you guys are eating throughout the week. Lemon, alkaline, ginger, and agave. Bam. Make sure you get out there. Charcoal water. He said charcoal water. But it actually tastes good because it got the lemon, the ginger, and agave. So it's actually good. You may not think it is, but it's off the chain. And then you already know the King of Kings, the winner of winners, the surprisingly sweet. This is grapefruit, cantaloupe, and pear. And that wins all the time. Oops. That wins the championship all the time. Even sometimes that watermelon come through. The watermelon and mint that he has off the chain. So make sure you get over there, Weed Juice, and you want to hit him up. Let him know you saw me on Real Nagas, and the promo code is 5 off juice if you want a discount. 5 off juice. So that number is 323-776-2587. Again, that's 323-776-2587. All right. And then all of my subscription all my links are in the, well, they're not links, but their URLs are in the description. So if you want to make sure you sign up to all my alternative channels for if YouTube trips on this one, then you know where to go. Because if you, we're not speaking it up, but YouTube be tripping sometime. Again, I still have to go in here and take down my videos. I wasn't able to do it this week, but I'm probably gonna do it in the next couple of days and erase all my live streams so YouTube don't trip. Because yeah, they were trying to be on me. So if you make sure you go and download those live streams in the next couple of days, because I am I gotta delete them. So, and no, I'm not gonna put them on the server and redo. I ain't got enough time to be doing all that. You take them off and put them on Rumble, and no, I ain't got time for all that. I got 3 businesses. I ain't got time. Somebody else want to do it. They want to download it for me and then let me know. And then you want to have them, then maybe we can do something. But I'm not doing it. So that information, I gave it to you. It's in the past. If you want to go back there and check it out, please do. But you better hurry up before I erase it. All right. So appreciate you guys. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. So, New Khazaria bombed Lebanon, y'all. We got so many damn songs about bomb on Lebanon. I'm like, bombs in Lebanon. How many rap songs we got that with that verse? We got a few. I've heard that verse in a few. Dropping bombs like Lebanon. But New Khazaria actually bombed Lebanon, right? Because they said they were attacking Hezbollah, because Hezbollah has been a thorn in their side and supposedly a terrorist organization who's been a thorn in New Khazaria's side. So they had to retaliate, or they preemptively struck Lebanon, right? So last week I told you about the pagers. So after the pagers, they actually went and bombed them. They went and dropped some bombs, taking out about a few hundred, like I think they said like somewhere around 600 civilians or something like that. Maybe even more than that. But they don't care. They just dropping bombs. They told, when they came out and they knew they were going to bomb, they went on TV and told all the people in Lebanon, you need to leave because we about to drop some bombs on y'all ass. You better get your ass out of there, nigga. We got about, whoa, damn, oh shit. This motherfucker was broken. Hey, we about to start bombing y'all. Sorry, my nigga. Hey, shit, I thought y'all had about 10 minutes. But shit, this motherfucker was broke. Goddamn, hey y'all, it's my fault. I need to take this to the watch dude, the watch fixer. But you know, I'll handle that later. Y'all better get y'all asses out of there now. This nigga just started bombing. What up, Rel Raw? We said from Philly? What up, Philly? That's where my people at, South Philly. Right outside of Jersey. That's where all my people, that's where all my family at. So shout out to Philly. But New Khazaria they done gone crazy, y'all. But they did take out the Hezbollah leader. They took him out. So you know Hezbollah is pissed. You done took out their leader and a bunch of the leadership. They've taken out much of the leadership of Hezbollah, but they've taken out like 600 to 800 civilian people, women and kids, to do it. Is that fair? Is that a fair trade? Because if Hezbollah goes and does that and say, we were preemptively striking you because we knew you were going to take us out, that's called what? Terrorism, right? But it ain't the T, it ain't the big T when New Khazaria does it, right? The big T when Hezbollah does it, not the big T when New Khazaria does it. However, there was the former CIA head and director of defense, Leon Panetta. He came out and he even said, "God damn, that's the big T, y'all." They came out. The UN, the head of the UN, he came out and said, or the UN human rights person at the UN, he came and said that was the big T. Now we already know the UN already convicted, or already has not convicted, but they ruled that New Khazaria are committing war crimes, especially in Palestine. Now they're doing it again over in Lebanon, allegedly, because I got to say allegedly. But this is according to Leon Panetta and the UN, head of the human rights, whatever, right? So, but nothing happens to them. Everybody notice how New Khazaria can just do whatever the hell they want all the time, and there's no repercussion whatsoever. Nothing. But karma understands, and karma does never forgets. Karma never forgets. Ask P. Diddy. Which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But ask P. Diddy if karma matters. Goddamn right. Karma is real. You can't run from karma. Energy, and that's energy out, energy back. Right? Cause and effect. So he says karma is queen. King and queen. Karma don't play. And if you got some debts, you got some outstanding debts, that nigga gonna be like, nigga, what my rent, nigga? Karma is the rent collector. If you owe karma some rent, you about to see a 3-day notice on your damn door. If you don't pay, you gonna slap that 3-day notice. Hey, quit or pay, homie. So Puffy understands. He was right. He was mashing for 30 years. Puffy was mashing. And karma came back around and said, hey, my nigga, remember that 30 years? You've been borrowing energy for 30 goddamn years. I need that energy back, my nigga. I'm just saying. I need it back. I got a down payment I got to do on a boat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need my 30-year energy down. Need my 30-year energy payments back. And that nigga is woo sad for him. But America, we're not supposed to be in no wars, right? We're not supposed to be in war. So why now did America send some troops? Biden send troops over to the Middle East. He said no troops on the ground. Remember that he said that shit? A few times, a bunch of times. No troops on the ground. Apparently that was bullshit because they just sent some troops over there. And so right now we have currently over 40,000 troops in the Middle East. What is 40,000 troops doing over there if we're not supposed to have boots on the ground? What are they doing? Niggas playing spades? They in the tent just playing. They got a spade tournament going on. they got a Middle Eastern spade tournament going on, and they just, everybody had to go and throw their chips in just to make sure, just to see if they can win. Nigga, I'm just over here playing spades. Nigga, I ain't doing nothing. Well, why can't you do that at home? Well, they got the best spades players are in the Middle East. I just happen to be, where the best are. I just had to come. Like, nigga, you supposed to be over in America. Biden, didn't you say? No troops on the ground. Okay, so now that means we are officially at war. Not we, American government. Don't throw yourself in there. Don't throw yourself in there with the bullshit. But the American government, the bullshitters, they are now officially at war. Unofficially. When you got troops over there, that's it. That's the wrap. So no matter what you think about Trump, Trump is against war. That's the thing. That's why they hate that nigga. No matter what you think of that nigga, he's a racist, he's a this, he's a narcissist, he's whatever the fuck you got against that nigga. He is against war. There was no new war started under Trump. Matter of fact, he took out ISIS. You don't hear nothing about ISIS no more, huh? What happened to ISIS, y'all? Nigga, ISIS is gone. That's because Trump took out ISIS. Y'all didn't hear nothing about it. Did it quietly, though. You didn't hear shit about it. But you don't hear shit about ISIS no more either. The Taliban. When the Taliban was over, when he came to office and he took over the presidency, the Taliban didn't kill any Americans. No Americans died under Trump over in Afghanistan. Nobody died. You know why nobody died? Because that nigga went to the meeting with the Taliban leader and threw that nigga's house on the table, a picture of his house on the table. Said, hey, bow. Nigga's like, what's that for? Nigga, you know what that mean? If one American dies, bitch, you see that house? No more house. And I'm gonna wait till your whole family get in that bitch. And he was like, hey, hey man, why we're so aggressive? You know? Why we're so aggressive, brother? Look, hey man, we just want peace, we want love, you know, hey, love, peace, and soul, you know, Don Cornelius, you know, he was a mentor of mine, so I'm all about the love, peace, and soul, brother. Hey. Hey, love, peace, soul? Like, nigga, you better not touch one American, bitch. So that's what happened. That's why they don't want his ass in there. Niggas was all about the soul train when he came in there. Love, peace, and soul, brother. Like, it's like, nigga, don't you ever think about it. So that's what Trump does in the office. Kamala is going to give you, the world is a complicated place, and complications breed a different world. And when we're in a different world, things are going to be complicated. Because complications arise when the world is changing. Like, did you just say complicated like 3 or 4 times? Like within 10 minutes, 10 seconds? Well, because the subject is complicated. Like, she did that the other day too. Talking about holistic when she did her interview on MSNBC. Did y'all see that interview? Hilarious. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But she be word salad, nigga. She need to open up her own vegan shop. Cause she be hooking up, she be just tossing the word salad around like it ain't nothing. She need to be, what's that? What's that place? Soup Plantation? Y'all ever been there? Y'all got that in y'all state? Y'all got Soup Plantation in your state? Soup Plantation, if you don't know about Soup Plantation is a place where you just infinite salad. You got salad, soups, and stuff. They got other stuff, but it's mainly about salad. They call it Soup Plantation, but they got soups, but this salad is off the chain. And that's her, Kamala Plantation. So New Khazaria and the weapons makers are trying to escalate the conflict before Trump gets into office. That's really what you're trying to see right now. New Khazaria is trying to escalate so that he can't stop it, right? Because Netanyahu, bitch, he knows Trump don't like him. Trump said, he's quoted, you can hear him on tape, said, fuck Netanyahu. He said, fuck that bitch ass nigga, give a fuck about no Netanyahu, bitch. So he don't like Netanyahu, and Netanyahu don't like him. So Netanyahu bitch knows when Trump gets in there, he gonna be like, nigga, no more bombs, bitch. Even if he, excuse me, even if he's on the side of New Khazaria, Trump ain't no bitch, and he's not gonna be told what to do by Netanyahu. So that's what they worried about. So again, if there's a major conflict when Trump gets in the office, it'll be basically impossible to stop it. And this allows them to implement war powers. Usually when an administration is a war going during an election time, that administration gets reelected. Usually that's what happens. Excuse me. So, but what that would mean is Kamala going off and talking to Putin and Zelensky. You see, oh man, she is just goddamn. She is just not good. when she gets away from the script, she don't know what the hell she's talking about. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Why that may be. I got a theory. It's a theory. Just saying. Not a conspiracy and a theory. It's just a theory. But there's a reason I think Kamala is always off script when there's no teleprompter. But so New Khazaria called Hezbollah again. They said they're bombing them because, or they don't, what they're doing to, basically putting explosives in the pagers and the walkie-talkies and stuff. So they remember, I just said the UN and the former CIA director called it terrorism, but the New Khazaria said it's not terrorism because Hezbollah is the big T. So Hezbollah is the big T. We not the big T because we are doing this to people who are the big T. But what makes you doing the same tactics as them? Why are you not them if you doing the same tactics as them? What makes you better than them doing the same exact tactics? Even worse, I don't think they've ever put, explosive in the pagers and shit like that. I don't think Hezbollah's ever done anything that creative. That's pretty creative too. I'm gonna give it to the New Khazarians on that one. That was pretty damn creative. But it's supposed to be against war powers. The war regulations. It's called booby trapping. There's a law against booby trapping, international warfare. There's a law against booby trapping. And that is called booby trapping. And they out here just wilding out. So and then the hostages, to jump on New Khazaria a little more, the hostages that were released and held by Hamas, they just blasted Netanyahu, bitch, saying he needs to end the war. So these are the ones who were released already. They came out, and this is Haaretz. This is in the Haaretz, which is the New Khazarian newspaper over there in their country. They came out and said, yo, F Netanyahu, bitch, fuck. they start giving him all the, fuck that nigga. So they hate him. And they want him to bring an end to the war because they said basically the people who were getting, the hostages who were dying were being taken out by the New Khazarians when they was dropping bombs. It's not Hamas that's taking the people out. It's New Khazaria that's taking the people out. So they just came out in a big, and this looked bad for Netanyahu, bitch. So he's trying to suppress it. But then the Democratic, did you see the video? Because this is getting crazy. The Democratic governor of Pennsylvania, just shout out to Pennsylvania, just shout out to somebody from Philly, but your governor is a bitch. He a band. He's a bitch ass nigga. Because did you see him signing when he met with Zelensky? This fool signed his name on the warheads, y'all. Did y'all see that? What? You have got to be the worst person ever to sign your name on a bomb, on a warhead that's about to take out hundreds or thousands of people. You got to be evil as fuck. Mel, I love you, brother, but don't spam the damn chat with 1 million EADs today, nigga. You be spamming the chat with 18 million EADs. 2 or 3 is fine, brother. Damn. But this nigga signed his name to a bomb. Just nigga like he fucking. And he got his what's his name? Hancock? What's his name? Hancock? He just nigga, what the hell? So he's evil. His karma is now attached to that energy. If he blows up something, his karma is now, John Hancock, thank you. His karma is now attached to that. When that goes and takes out some people, he has placed his energy with that bomb. And maybe, in essence, the people he represents who put him in office that allowed him to do that. Again, you can have bad karma by association for the things that you do to allow other people to fuck up. Sorry. Let me tell you, man. Oh, man, I have a karma book around here somewhere. It's called The Rules of Karma. It's a dope ass book. But if you don't know your karma, better get out there and understand. Get your karma. Get you a book on karma. Understand how it works. Again, energy out, energy back. But also karma is non-action. If you are just not moving and you see things around you happening that will affect you and you do nothing, that is also karma. Sorry. Karma is action and inaction. So we got to say F you to the Democratic governor of Pennsylvania. You can EAD. Governor of Pennsylvania, EAD, my nigga. Because you signed your bombs your name on a bomb that's going to take out innocent people, women and children. You suck. This was the Breakfast Club. You get the donkey of the day for that one. Yeah, Shapiro. Yep. New Khazarian. Yep, he's a new Khazarian. He signed his name to the bomb. So you already know what was going down with him. So just had to let y'all know that. Oh, then the last thing, a Democratic Muslim mayor comes out and endorses Trump. Like, this nigga's a Democrat, but he's a Muslim. So he came out, he's a mayor, but he came out and said, nigga, I'm rolling with Trump. Because Trump want to stop the war. Trump wants to stop the war and the killing. And the Democrat, the bitchocrats, they just want to keep it going. Because that keeps money in their pocket. The military industrial complex, they need to keep getting them bombs off. So it's a money laundering, never ending cycle of just fuckery, which is why they really wanted Nikki Haley in there. Nikki Haley's probably the biggest one of all time. She's the biggest warmonger of all time. So that's why they were trying to take out Trump, allegedly, before the RNC, and then Nikki Haley, who wasn't even supposed to be at the RNC, just happened to show up. They were going to give it to her. I promise you, that's how the plan was supposed to go down. Trump was supposed to be taken out a couple of days before the RNC, and then when it got to the RNC, they was going to hand that shit over to Nikki Haley. And like I said, stuff that they're doing right now, their plans are not working out the way they were before the Great Conjunction of 2020. We're in a new age, a new era. We're in the air age. Their plans don't work out the same. Yo, Broderick Enoch, appreciate you. He says the shawarma sandwich. Appreciate you. Thank you, brothers. I don't even know if the place got a shawarma sandwich, but I'll tell them to make me one. But so again, perpetual war is what they're about. And Trump is like, nah, we're not doing that. So shout out to that Democratic mayor. I mean, that Muslim mayor, because he wants to stop. But, you know, again, you can't be about war and call yourself, you know, a righteous person if you don't care about innocent people dying. You can't be like, well, it's just you know, it's what happens in wars, the casualties of war. It's just the casualties, man. Stuff is gonna happen. When wars happen, you know, you gotta throw away the rule book. No, you don't. You don't gotta throw away morality. You don't have to do that. Matter of fact, that's why there's rules against it. There's international law against it. You have a right to not harm innocent people when you are at war. Or excuse me, you have an obligation to not harm innocent people when you're at war. And you are supposed to stick to that, adhere to that obligation. And when you do not, you are fucking up. You are just like the people you claim that you're defending yourself against. There has to be some type of line there. Otherwise, what makes you better than the other people? So, again, no matter what you think of Trump, he ain't about that war. So moving along, Congressman Matt Gaetz, speaking of Trump, Congressman Matt Gaetz, he's probably one of the better dudes in Congress too, along with like Massey and a couple other cats, Jim Jordan, and maybe a couple other. But Congressman Matt Gaetz says Homeland Security told him there are 5 assassination teams actively in America trying to take out Trump. 5! Holy shit. 5 teams, y'all. That's what I said. The hardest thing, for Trump to do in the next 30 some odd days is to make it to the finish line. This nigga, like I told you last week, they gonna be shooting everything at this nigga. Slingshots and bow and arrows and throwing rocks and they gonna be trying to hit this nigga with everything. Yo, Ezra 81. He said shawarma cheesecake. I don't even know if they got that. Shawarma cheesecake. We'll see though, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the donation. But 5 teams to take out Trump. Now, for all you people who think this is just a theater and this is a game and all the rest of this stuff, this ain't a game. What theater or what person who's acting his part would agree to be the target of 5 different hit teams? 2 attempts on him, 3 really if you count the chemical one on stage after the rally, during the rally. What person who agree who's doing this as theater gets involved in all of that? Gets 4 different cases put against him with damn near 100 charges and all the rest of that. So they're trying to take him out for a reason. Now, who's trying to take him out? A few people. Zayd, appreciate you. Do I still mentor? I have it on the website. If you need if you want a consultation, I do consultations. I don't necessarily do mentors. I don't necessarily have time. But unless you're like Know Your Rights Foundation or something like that, I mentor those people. So if you want to get in and really connect with me, you might want to join the Know Your Rights Foundation. But if you just want a consultation, you can look on the website and you can get that on the website. But appreciate you for the donation, brother. So different people are trying to take him out. One is Iran. They know that for a fact. Then the other is the establishment. They trying to take him out. We've talked about the shorting of his stock the day before the attempt on his life. You know, all of the loopholes, the things that the Secret Service didn't do that they should have did that day. The fact that his rally was live streamed by CNN, who never live streamed it ever in none of his rallies, but that day it was live streamed. The fact that he had a sniper there for the first time, a counter sniper. He's done hundreds of rallies, but this is the first time the Secret Service is giving this nigga a counter sniper. Why? Could it be that they knew there would be somebody else to shoot there? Who knows? Did they know it was going to be somebody else there to shoot? We don't know. Do we? But it's all suspicious. So like I said, Iran is one of them, and they just put out an animated video taking out Trump. Did y'all see the animated video of Iran they released? It's an animated video they got of basically, it's a plan on how they want to take out Trump. This happened after the golf course thing, because now they found out that this nigga's his golf courses are so lax on security that anybody can get to him. So they made a video of a remote control car, like a little tiny toy car, remote control car, that they slapped with a laser. What is it called? Like a laser tagger, right? What's the thing? It's a laser targeting system. So no explosives. So what the car is supposed to do? So they had it because they had a computer image of Trump in his white shirt and the red hat golfing with the MAGA hat on, and so the toy car, it goes through, it drives around the bushes and all this and that, and drives so nobody can see it on the golf course, and it rolls up near Trump and it puts a laser tag on Trump, like the crosshair laser tag. So what that does is, if you have like a laser guided missile or something like that, that's where the target is. So wherever you put the laser, the laser targeting system, that's where the missile will go. So in the video, they put the laser targeting system on Trump, and that's where the bomb was supposed to go. I'm like, holy shit, Iran is pissed because, Trump, like I said, Trump when he was in office, there was no new wars, but that's because he was taking out terrorist leaders on the low that you didn't hear about and threatening the ones that he didn't take out. So he took out he took out one of Hezbollah's leaders when he was president. So they hate that, and so now they want him because the leader that he took out was in the video. In the video, they had a picture of the leader that Trump had taken out with another person. I think he took out both of them, and they hate that nigga. So Iran is trying to get at him hardcore. But in response to the video and the threats, Trump said, EAD, Iran. Basically, in so many words, in translation, he told Iran, you can EAD, bitch. He basically really told him, he said, fuck around and I will blow your ass off the map. That's what he said. He said, fuck around and I get in office, I will blow your ass off the map. Iran. You know, Iran is only the size of Jersey, y'all. That's how big Iran is. It's only the size of New Jersey. So Trump was like, bitch, if I see another fucking video, bitch, with my face in it or a red MAGA or red hat or anything, bitch, I'm coming after your ass. So that was Trump's response. Nigga, fuck around if you want to, bitch. So, hey, and you see why there were no new wars when Trump was in office. Trump is a gangster. I told you 15 aggressive signs. 15 aggressive signs out of possible 22. You're not going to control that. You're not going to tell 15 aggressive signs out of 22 possible signs that you're not going to tell that person what to do. Trust me, I know. 18 right here. You ain't going to tell. You're not going to tell us what to do. It ain't happening. So I fuck with Trump on that one. So then one of the dude who tried to take out Trump at the golf course, he had some videos, and on the videos, he was offering $150,000 to take out Trump. Now, where is he getting that money from? This nigga was broke, y'all. Where was he getting? Because this is before he was captured. This is before he did the attempt. So he was offering $150,000 to take out Trump. Where was he getting the money, everybody? Where do y'all think he was getting the money? Yeah, FAFO. Fuck around, find out. That's basically what Trump said. Nigga, FAFO if you want. FAFO, nigga. FAFO if you want to, my nigga. I will smash on that whole country. So where did he get $150,000 to offer as a bounty on Trump's head? He said, Mel said, Biden. We don't know that, brother Mel, allegedly. But somebody in the establishment party, you can bet your ass, was funding that bounty. Now, it was stupid. Why did the DOJ publish the letter? Because he wrote a letter. It was in a letter that he wrote. That he came out and he said this. Now, why did DOJ publish the letter, y'all, saying that there was a bounty on Trump's head for $150,000? Why would they do that? What up, Miss Jeannie? She said, because he ain't in it alone. So DOJ just happens, hey, y'all, look here. We ain't supposed to be doing this, but check out what this fool left in his letter. just check it out. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not alluding to anything. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. But just check this letter out. And then that letter goes out over all the airwaves, so everybody hears it. Now, how many people want to try to pick up that contract? How many people would want to try to pick up that contract? Now that the DOJ has admitted that there is a contract. So five of the teams, so out of the five teams, three of them are foreign, like Iran and some other people. Three of them are foreign teams. And then two of them are domestic teams. Who are the domestic teams? That means domestic means from America. Who are the two domestic teams that are trying to take them out? Huh? What the hell is going on? Who are the two domestic teams, tactical teams, that are trying to take him out? And it just came out that some of the teams that they were talking about have shoulder-launched rockets to try to take out the Trump's plane. Now, where the hell did they get shoulder-launched rockets at, y'all, in America? Where did the teams get shoulder-launched rockets in America? So this is all shady as hell. We know it's shady as hell. And this nigga Trump, this nigga better get a bulletproof bubble. He better walk around in a this nigga need to walk around in a bulletproof case. Like get him one of those a scooter wrap. You ever see the Pope mobile? How that nigga roll around in that big ass bubble and shit. That's what Trump need. Trump need from right now until, and not even when the day he's elected. He needs that until inauguration day. Because you know, even if they elect Trump, them 2 months before he get in the office, this nigga better stay in the house. This nigga better stay in a goddamn vibranium, adamantium crib. So nothing gets it. I would stay in the house for 2 straight months. If I got elected and if I'm Trump, I ain't coming out the house till inauguration day. And even then, I might not. You're gonna have to inaugurate me inside of a private room somewhere, nigga. I'm not coming out. Cause the two of the teams or some of the teams got shoulder launched rockets, nigga. What? Shoulder launch? Oh, nigga, they mean business. These niggas mean business. Goddamn. So it's just crazy that this many people are trying to take him out, and you would say, why would they be trying to take him out? Why would they try to take him out? If Trump was part of the game, why would they take him out? That's because he's not part of the game, y'all. No matter how much you hate this nigga, how much shit he talk, how much racist you think he is, how much shit he got going, this nigga is not a part of the game. And that's the problem. Nigga, you ain't playing our game, nigga. Well, get your bitch ass out the house then, nigga. You better go and get the fuck out. You ain't playing our game, nigga. We got rules. This is a house monopoly. You ain't playing our game. You gotta get the fuck out, bitch. And Trump is like, nigga, I'm changing this shit. And they like, no, you not. They like, no, you ain't, bitch. So that's crazy right now. So Trump met, so this is crazy. So Trump met with Zelensky. You know, Zelensky was here. Like I said, he was talking to the Democrats, having them sign bombs and shit like they John Hancock. Or they, you know, like they a damn superstar, a TV movie star or some shit. They running up trying to get a signature on the bomb. So Trump met with Zelensky right after Kamala Harris and the Demo bitches, or the bitchocrats, who were signing bombs, like I said, told Zelensky, you're gonna come to a deal. Basically, this is what he told him. You're gonna come to a deal. This is Trump. Or I'm not giving you any more bombs and money. So Zelensky meets with the Demo bitches, or the bitchocrats, and they giving him bombs. They taking him through the bomb factory where he's signing bombs and shit. Putting all this, and Kamala gets up there and, Mr. Zelensky, our support for Ukraine is unwavering. Or her support for Ukraine is unwavering. We're going to be there until you win this fight. We're here until the end, until you win, and blah, 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 blah. All of that bullshit. Then questions? No, we're not answering any questions from the media. They just turned around and walked out, right? So then Zelensky goes to Trump Tower. And Trump is like, look here, bitch, you better come to, you're going to bring this shit to an end. Or I ain't giving you nothing else. So they go out and they answer questions after their meeting. And Zelensky's like, yes, this Trump, he wants peace. We want peace. This is a very good decision. We would like to get peace. Like, yeah, nigga, you wasn't talking that shit with Kamala. You signing bombs and shit with Kamala. Trump basically told you, nigga, you ain't getting nothing. You better come to a deal, nigga, or I'm gonna let Putin blow your ass off the map, bitch. That's basically what Trump told him. And so they asked him, Trump, after meeting with Mr. Zelensky, has your views on Ukraine changed at all? Do you feel any different? Do you feel like you wanna fight? You wanna get into the fight? And he was like, well, it's a sad thing going on, and I'm more knowledgeable about some things that's going on over there, but nope. Nope. My philosophy has not changed one bit. We're gonna get a deal, we're gonna get it done, because that's what both parties really want. I know Zelensky wants a deal, right? What? Mr. Zelensky, you want a deal, right, my nigga? Yes. This nigga had to go to the Jess. Cause Trump was like, bitch, don't make me slap the shit out your ass right now, nigga. So he came up, yes, peace. We want peace. So, hey, nigga, this is why you need Trump in office. While Kamala, the Kamalian, is over there licking his ass, licking Ukrainian, old Khazarian booty, Trump is over there kicking it. Like, nigga, I'll put my whole leg up your ass, nigga, if you don't stop this goddamn war, bitch. So, shout out to Trump on that one. There's some bad stuff about Trump, because Trump is he's a Khazarian ball gargler, but I think he's playing a game on the Khazarian ball gargling side of the game. But he could be all about it. But him and Netanyahu don't get along. So that's why I think he's playing New Khazaria, just to get their backing so that he gets into office. And when he gets into office, all bets are off. Because what you gonna do? What can New Khazaria do to Trump once he get into office? Nothing. He don't need their money. He don't need their money. He got his own business. He got his own following. Trump is forever made. He don't need their money. He don't need their approval for nothing. So once he gets in there, and he doesn't need to get reelected, because this will be a second term. So he can't be reelected. So he doesn't have to adhere to anything the New Khazarians want him to do once he gets in there. So that's why I think he's playing them. But oh yeah, and this is right. He tells old Khazaria, the EAD, right after the current government just sent another $8 billion to old Khazaria, to Ukraine, y'all. Did y'all know about that? Another $8 billion. Gone. How much money you get? How much money did y'all get? Did you get any money? I didn't get no money. How much money did you get? $8 billion. More. Them giving these fools over $200 billion. But they don't have any money for reparations, y'all. Where are we going to get the money? Whenever the reparations come, where are we going to get it? This is what people always say. You always want to come up with reparations. You always want to talk about, we owe this amount of money to the black people, to the descendants of slaves, but where are we going to get the money? You never put that in the plan. Where are we going to get it? Zelensky comes up, hello, Mr. American, we need $8 billion more. Sure, sir. Sure. No problem. We have it sitting right here. It's right here in our little vault right here. We have it back. We were holding it for you. It's your money anyway. We're just holding it. We were just keeping it safe for you. Here you go, buddy. Like, no money for the niggas. Anything Ukraine or old Khazaria wants. Okay. They can get any goddamn thing they want. No money for you niggas, though. That's because you niggas don't know how to work the system. You never learn the system. All niggas do is whine and cry and all this and that and give us this and beg and try to play the guilt and try to play the victim Olympics and the guilt. Nigga, you have to learn how to take over the game. Fuck all that guilt shit, all that victim shit. They never do this. This is redlining. This is so what? Overcome that bullshit. One of the movies that shaped me when I was a kid was Heartbreak Ridge with Mario Van Peebles and Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood was the star. He was an old sergeant who had to come and I talked about this before, but he was an old sergeant who had to come and take over an unruly platoon. They just wasn't with it. They wasn't about the army. They wasn't about following orders or nothing like that. And what's his name? Clint Eastwood. He was an old war hero. So he's all about military, America, discipline, all this and that. Yeah, Gunny. Yep, Gunny Sergeant. What you know about that one, Immaculate? What you know about Gunny Sergeant? So yeah, that was he was Gunny Sergeant in the movie. But he had a philosophy that he taught his platoon because they were looked at as the misfits in the army, and so of the military base. And so he basically got them up to speed. But his philosophy was, you improvise, you improvise, you adapt, and you overcome. Great motherfucking things to live by. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. So no matter what comes your way, you can't have an excuse. Whatever, you weren't ready for it, so what? You improvise on the fly. Okay, well, I ain't ready for it, but let me figure this shit out. Let me adapt to what's going on here. Okay, this works this way, this works this way, this works this way. And then once I have that information, I'm able to overcome the obstacle. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Shout out to Gunny Sergeant from Heartbreak Ridge. Good movie too. Y'all check it out. So moving along, gangs of Chicago. Gangs of Chicago. So a new Border Patrol report from ICE, the border people, the ICE deputy director. Remember how they were trying to say that, that all immigrants are law-abiding citizens. No immigrants commit crimes. They're just here to work and contribute to the American dream, to the American plan. So, what did the ICE director say? Well, he said it comes out on the same day that the chameleon visited the border. You know, the chameleon went to the border yesterday, y'all, for the first time in 3.5 years. She only went once because they ridiculed her for not going to the border the first time. When she said, well, I've never been to Paris or whatever. She, when they was like, you never been to the border? She said, well, I've never been here either. Well, what that got to do with you ain't the czar of that country. You are the czar of the border, or the border czar. Why haven't you been to the border? So she went there after she got ridiculed for that for like 2 seconds. So then she went yesterday for a photo op. And so you can see it. Like they had clearing people out. And they had a photographer on the ground taking pictures of her talking to the Border Patrol people and shit. 2 Border Patrol people with nobody else around. So photo op. But his report that came out on the same day she visited the border. So ICE has a non-detained docket. This is the report. They have a non-detained docket, which means immigrants who were encountered by DHS but are no longer in federal no longer in federal custody, right? So this is the non-detained docket, right? Again, immigrants who were encountered by DHS but are no longer in federal custody. This is what they said. This is crazy, y'all. Now, remember when Trump came down the escalator and he talked about the wall and he said they're not sending us their best, they're not sending us their brightest or whatever, they're sending over They're sending over their criminals, they're murderers and rapists and all that, right? Remember that? So this is the report from ICE. And it says ICE is currently tracking 425,431 non-citizens who have been convicted of a crime. Let me say that number again. 425,431 people who have actually been convicted of a crime in their country. That's crazy. Almost 26,000. I'll round up. Almost 426,000 people who have been let into America and released. They came into America and they've been released. In the last 3 years, 425 or 26,000 people who have been convicted of a crime. Out of those 425,000, 26,000, 13,099 have been convicted of homicide. Do y'all understand this, everybody? Kamala and Biden have let in 13,100 murderers into America in the last 3 years. That's crazy. 13,100 actual convicted murderers. Convicted in their country. They were in jail for murder. Let out, and they sent them over here. And now they're all just roaming. Roaming America. Then there's 15,811 have been convicted of sexual A. Sexual. That's 15,811 have been convicted of sexual. That's, boy, that's insane. Are y'all doing the math on this, y'all? Because that's what, excuse me, that's close to 29,000 people who are roaming America, who have been convicted of either murder or rape or sexual, a whole puffy army. Yep. In Andrews. In Andrews said a whole puffy army. Yep. That's crazy. So then there are also 1,845 non-citizens who have pending homicide charges. Pending. Hold on a second. Pending, damn, y'all. Pending homicide charges. So 1,845 are pending. Meaning, yeah, we think you did it, but we haven't tried you on it yet. Then there's 4,250 who have pending sexual SA charges. This is crazy. And they're just all roaming America. And now you want to talk, then we talk about the Tren de Agua niggas who are taking over the buildings, and shit. So this leads to the next one. A former Chicago gang member, now turned activist. Well, I say this is why it's gangs of Chicago. So I just had to let y'all know the stats that came out yesterday. These stats came out yesterday. Just released those numbers yesterday. The Democrats are tripping, y'all. They trying to spin this shit like crazy. Well, Trump let most of know he didn't. Do y'all know it was like 13,000 people overall who got in? I think, per year when Trump was president. And he deported a lot of them motherfuckers. So, yo, Roger Groves, appreciate you. He says, for damn, how many own baby oil? He said, he said, how many of them had baby oil? That's funny. Did y'all see the picture of the baby oil in the bathroom that Puffy had with the police officers? The baby oil was in the bathroom. It was all on the counter of the bathroom, just in rows and rows, and on the floor in rows. Goddamn, y'all need to go see that picture if y'all didn't see it. That shit was crazy. They were pictures of the baby oil with the police officers in the bathroom. Y'all need to check that shit out. But so, a former Chicago gang member, now turned activist, says there's an imminent gang war between the blacks and illegal immigrants about to go down. Uh-oh. About to go down. Woo! Goddamn. Oh yeah, really quick, everybody make sure you take your shoes off. You should not have your shoes on in the dojo. That means hit the like button, please. It's half of y'all in here have not taken your shoes off. Why I gotta tell y'all this every time? People in the chat tell you that all the time. Why can't you again, don't make me compare y'all to white folks. Be better than that. Take your shoes off when you enter the dojo, please. That means hit the like button. Mel says, shut it down. Yeah, I can go get me some shawarma right now, huh, Mel? Can't do that. We got too much to talk about. But people, hit the damn like button. Stop playing. So it's a gang war about to go down in Chicago. Now, does anybody think the Chicago gang members is on the same level as the Trend of Agua niggas? Who you think gonna win that gang war, y'all? Remember, the Trend of Agua niggas, that's all they do in their country is gang. They live in the gang. That's all they do is live within gang life. That's it. Terrorizing the government, terrorizing people that's all they do. Do everybody think that, now if it was the 90s gangs, I promise you, Trend of Agua ain't got a chance. However, we in the 2004 Fruitopian, not Fruitopian, but they a little soft ass. They some little soft ass niggas. These niggas are soft today with their long ass flowing hair and tight skinny ass jeans and all that bullshit with rips in their pants. Nobody want to see your goddamn legs, nigga. Just so you know, that's not a new trend. We had that shit in the 80s. Ripped jeans and shit. That shit has just come back around. Ain't nothing new. We had ripped jeans going around in the 80s, in the late 80s. So, but nobody want to see your legs. It was just as bullshit in the 80s as it is now. So nobody want to see your legs. So these are the gangsters. Now, I will say these gangsters are more emotional. These niggas will shoot you today because they're more emotional. But, they're less tactical and more emotional. Niggas is carrying around purses. I told you about the gang nigga who was this dude who went to interview the gang members in Chicago. And niggas had purses and shit. Nigga had his long hair wrapped and shit. This nigga, while he was talking, the nigga did like that. Ain't no way you would consider the gang member in the 90s if you did this. If you gotta get the if you gotta do that, you ain't no gangster, my nigga. I'm sorry. You ain't no gangster. However, the gangsters in the 90s would have something to say about these bitch ass Trend of Agua niggas. So the dude said on the video, the activist, he said, if it starts up there, excuse me. He said, if it starts up there, it will be nothing the National Guard or the government can do about it. So he's saying it's going to be pretty gangster. He got his money on the Chicago gang members. He said they gangster enough to handle this fight, y'all. Does anybody believe that? That the Chicago gang members are up to the task of dealing with the Trend of Agua niggas. Because the Trend of Agua niggas are pretty organized. They're in multiple states already within a year. They're in New York, they're in Chicago, they're in Colorado. Now, I don't know if they're in Southern California because Southern California is Mexican mafia territory. And the Mexican mafia don't play that shit. Tell you right now, Mexican mafia, them niggas is real. You don't know about the Mexican mafia? What's that movie? With Edward James Olmos that came out when he was the Mexican mafia nigga in jail. Somebody, American Me, I think. I think it's American Me. If you don't know about the Mexican mafia, go watch American Me. That's some crazy shit. Them gang members wanted to kill Edward James Olmos after that movie too. But Mexican mafia is real. And they don't play that shit. And they already got the Hispanic neighborhoods locked up in Southern California. So Tren de Agua ain't gonna go nowhere into those Mexican neighborhoods and try to take over because they speak Spanish. Mexican mafia will take them niggas out immediately. Immediately. Them niggas are real. Shout out to the SA homies. Cause I had a lot of Mexican homies. They some cool motherfuckers, man. Mexicans are some cool motherfuckers. I will say, Mexicans are some cool motherfuckers. They always been cool with me. Ain't never had a problem with no Mexicans. But Mexican mafia though, them niggas is real. So this is basically the plan though. They want to wipe out the melanated populations in these neighborhoods and replace us. They're trying to replace us, y'all. This is the plan. Have the lower niggas fight it out, kill off each other, a bunch of each other in the hood. Excuse me. But they're giving assistance to the immigrants to help take out the melanated people who are already in the hood. They're getting money, cars, all kind of shit. All kind of government assistance. Where they getting these weapons from? Where they getting AKs from? Where they getting all this stuff from? They not walking across the border with it. They can't because they'd be shot. So where they getting it? They're getting it here. Who's giving it to them? I think it's the C to the I to the it's the C to the I. I think it's the C to the I to the. So just speculating, not, just saying. I just think when it's stuff like that goes down, when you see big cargo freights left in the middle of Chicago. Remember that? Do y'all remember that? A couple of years ago, there was a big train freight left in the middle of Chicago full of guns and nobody know how it got there. It was just left. Like, where the fuck this come from? There's a whole goddamn train freight car filled with guns. Just left in Chicago in the middle of the train track. But nobody know where the fuck it came from. So the same people who leaving those train cars in the hood full of guns are the same cats who are getting guns to the damn Tren de Agua cats. So, and then they consider us dumbass niggas. So, we've been here so damn long and we have never taken advantage of the system the way other people do when they come here, which is crazy. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can read something off to y'all. Let me see if I can find this real quick. So this is a breakdown of the money that's made in America by income. So you can find this chart. If you can find this chart somewhere, look for this chart. This is an income breakdown of the people who live in America, right? Because everybody think that white people make the most money in America. That's not true, y'all. You know who make the most money? Indian Americans. $100,500 a year. Next is Filipino Americans. They make $83,000 a year. Taiwanese Americans, they make $82,000 a year. Sri Lankan Americans, what? They make $74,000 a year. Japanese Americans, they make $72,000 a year. Malaysian Americans, they make $70,000 a year. Chinese Americans make $69,000 a year. Pakistani Americans, where the fuck is all these niggas? These Asian motherfuckers coming from? They make $66,000 a year. White Americans, they make $60,000 a year, like $100 less than $60,000 a year. Korean Americans, I live in Koreatown, so I can attest to this, they make $59,000 a year. Indonesian Americans, they make $57,000 a year. And they say the average American, I don't know what the average American is on here, but they make $56,000 on here. What the fuck is the average American? But then under them is Thai Americans. They make $55,000 a year. Then under them is Bangladesh. You're getting Bangladeshed. They make $50,000 a year. Then Nepali Americans, Nepal, Viva Nepal, Viva Nepal. If y'all know where that's from, put it in the chat. If you know where that's from, put it in the chat. Nepal, Viva Nepal, Viva Nepal. So if y'all know what that is, you a movie person. If you know where that's from, where is that from? Golden Child, Dr. Sinister got it. Absolutely. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. When he was over there, he had to go get the knife, and then he had to take the knife through the airport, and he had to put it through the thing, and he basically kind of put it on a white dude who went through the metal detector. He planted it on the white dude who went through the metal detector, and then he stopped him. And then the people in Nepal at the Nepal, Viva Nepal, Viva Nepal. But Nepalese Americans are making $43,000 a year. Hispanic Americans are making $43,000 a year. So the Nepali Americans making $43,500 a year, and Hispanic Americans are making $43,000 flat. And then at the very bottom is you niggas. African Americans, Africa. African Americans is only making $35,000 a year. Now, how is it that you have been here the longest out of any of them people, and you still don't know how to work the system and take advantage of it? That's because niggas are too damn emotional and have no discipline. Your emotion takes away from your discipline. You get so emotional about every goddamn thing that's ever happened to you in America that you can't sit your ass down and focus because you're too busy crying and whining and claiming victim that you can't focus and map out a plan. $35,000 goddamn dollars a year? Are you kidding me? That's nothing. That's absolute nothing. I'm like, holy shit. When I saw that, niggas, you have to get off your ass and start making plans, doing deals, learning the system. Let go of all the other bullshit that you are doing that only feeds your apathy towards the system. You don't do anything. You just want everything that just makes you happy. You just want to walk around in here and be happy. Okay, that's great, but don't complain when you ain't got shit. Just say, nigga, I'm around here, I'm poor and I'm broke and I'm happy. If you want to do that, then great. But don't complain that you ain't got shit when you don't want to sit your ass down and learn the system and how to take advantage of it. Bend the rules to your advantage. That's why we teach the law, not so that you can follow the law like a good little boy and girl. It's so that you know the goddamn rules, so that you know how to bend and break the damn rules. You don't break them, but you bend the rules to your advantage. That's why we teach you the law. And that's any damn instruction book to any damn system or game. If you learn the instructions, the rules, you learn how to beat the game. $35,000 a goddamn year is absolutely ridiculous. We need to be appalled with each other that we have not come up past that. Yeah, we got certain melanated brothers and sisters who make a little bit more than that here and there. But the average, because you have a lot more people who make way less than that. So when you bring the two together, the average is $35,000 a year. So like I said, they want to take us out because we are dumbass niggas. That's what they, in their mind. We're the dumbass niggas who have been here so damn long and don't understand how to take advantage of the system. Like Gavin Newsom just vetoing one of the reparations bill. Well, he told the other reparations bill, don't bring it up because I'm gonna veto it. So he told them that. I talked about that a couple of weeks ago. But then he vetoed a bill that would have given land that was taken from African Americans through eminent domain and give it back to them. He vetoed that bill. Like, nigga, we ain't giving you shit back, nigga. So, again, they only do this to you because they know you don't know the system yet. You have not implanted yourself within the system like Hispanic Americans. Hispanic Americans, if you go anywhere, especially in California, if you go anywhere, they're all a part of the government system, which is why niggas don't get anything in California anymore, because you got nothing but like 90% of the government is Hispanic people. So they give all the damn, the money and the resources to their own group, which is what you probably was supposed to do. Mel, don't you EAD no more, nigga. 3 is fine. God damn it. But they know how to take advantage of the system. They become a part of the system where the rules are made. If you become a part of the system where the rules are made, then you can make them to your favor. So that's just ridiculous. I thought that was crazy. So then the illegal immigrants are getting subsidized by the government so they can work for cheap, but still afford high-priced homes, high rents, which basically drives the rent up and the wages down for the Americans that live here. So they come over here, they get jobs. I just looked at a video this morning where they just took over some small little town that had about, the town had about 5,000 to 6,000 residents or whatever. And then they just start, one day they said bus loads of niggas just start showing up. And then they went straight and started getting jobs. They start getting the jobs. And they'll take a job for lower wages. But they're getting, like I said, getting subsidized by the government, so they can still go afford high price shit. So they're rolling around here in fat ass brand new cars, wrecking cars in the town or whatever. People are pissed. They're getting money to start new businesses. How the fuck you come over here and you a legal immigrant or you an immigrant and you got money to start a business from the government? So this is what they're doing. They are literally taking your system away. They're breaking this system down because they want to create the ambiguity of nations. They want to move America into this one world nation. So if they just start taking Americans' resources and their rights away from you, you as an American, you're no different than an immigrant. See, this is what they want to do. They want to say that you're on the same level as a person who comes over here, because in a globalist society, there are no borders. So why would you be better than anybody else from another country just because you live in that country? No, they're entitled to the same things as you are. They want the American dream. Why can't they have it? Well, they're not from America. So what? Who gives a fuck if they're not from America? They can dream. Dreams are not exclusive to Americans. I can dream about America in Sri Lanka. I can dream about being a rapper in Sri Lanka. I can do that. I can dream about being P. Diddy. No, I'm not P. Diddy. But I can dream about being Jay-Z. Well, not Jay-Z. I can dream about being R. Kelly. Oh, not R. Kelly. Oh, fuck! I can dream about being somebody. That's the American. They want the American dream, right? They want the American dream. So then, again, they're buying new houses, new cars, everything that poor Americans already living here don't get. Then the illegal immigrants are starting to take over starting to take over abandoned buildings and whole blocks in Chicago. This is going down. Saw the video. They're taking over whole buildings and blocks because they took the old gang members from the Peace Stones, and they're upright citizens, standing up upright citizens, And they were driving them around. They said, look, you don't see them because they come out at night. But they took over this whole block right here. They took over this big ass building right here, this apartment building. And now, I just told you from the report, 13,000 killers, 15,000 or 16,000 rapists. This is crazy. And then like another 6,000 pending charges. Another 6,000 niggas just got pending charges of homicide, murder, and rape. So this is what Kamala Harris and Biden are facilitating right now. And then Kamala comes out, she's in a video where she didn't know this was gonna come back on her, but she's in a rally where the chant is down with what do you say? Up with immigration, down with deportation. Up with immigration, down with deportation. So you just want to let niggas in and not deport anybody out. She just want to let everybody in, y'all. She is a communist, raised by a communist, which is why I think there's a plot and plan going on with the Kamalian that we'll talk about in a minute. But the gangs have, like I said, have already taken over New York, Colorado, and Chicago is next. They're gonna be the community base in before too long in all the goddamn communities in America, the low income communities in America. The Trendaguas is gonna be they're gonna be Don Corleone. They're gonna be the Corleone family of all the hoods in America if you don't stop this shit. So I hope the Chicago nigga, I hope y'all ready, because the Trendaguas cast, that's all they do is fight all day in Venezuela. So I hope y'all ready for it. Like I said, they're stretching across America and it's going down. American melanated and Hispanic gangsters are labeled as terrorists, but the government lets in illegal gang members who should also be labeled as terrorists and gives them money. That's crazy. Money, houses, and cars, while they label American gang members as terrorists, but they let in 30,000 killers and rapists. They didn't have to take no vaccine test. They didn't have to take no test, none of that. And they don't get labeled as terrorists. They're actually convicted. They're actually convicted of the shit. And they don't get the label. America's going off the deep end, y'all. If y'all can't see this, you're letting in rapists and killers and all this and that, and they giving them money. How the hell do your government give money to motherfucking killers and just let them in the goddamn country? They're telling you fuck you to your face. And then they want to try to come in when it's a problem. Now Kamala wants to go down to the border. Oh my God. It's a problem. We got to do something. We need to do something. We got to do. That's all. Hey, if you ever listen to her speeches, that's all she talk about. We need to do this. We got to do this. We have to have this. Bitch, we already know that, bitch. What the hell you gonna do to get us that shit? We have to have. We need. We must. we need to. like, bitch. You are absolutely saying nothing. So then, again, we're already at the bottom of the totem pole as far as the income. So we need to make a concerted, conscious effort to bring that up. $35,000 a year for African Americans is embarrassing. It's absolutely ridiculous and embarrassing, and niggas need to buckle down and learn how to make money. There's no reason that you can't learn how to make money today. There's 50 million people who are teaching you how to make money. You can go learn how to trade stocks. Aristotle, what's the nigga? Aristotle teaches you that. What's the other name? The other dude, Wall Street Trapper. He teaches you how to do that. There's another lady who I like, Trade and Travel. Go look up trade and travel. She's a teacher who started making crazy money as a teacher. Now she's bought a $10 million crib in Puerto Rico. Like, she paid. So there's no reason for you to be at the bottom of the totem pole now of making money other than the fact that you're lazy and don't want to sit down and learn. You don't want to cut off you don't want to cut off the video games. You don't want to cut off the basketball games. You don't want to cut off the football games. You don't want to stop playing spades. You don't want to stop doing, going hunting down chicks if you're a man. I mean, if you're a man, hunting down dudes if you're a girl. You don't want to get off of Instagram. You don't want to get off of Twitter. You don't want to do any of these things that if you put that shit to the side, you can actually focus and learn how to get yourself out of the bullshit. $35,000 a year is absolute ridiculous. Do y'all understand how ridiculous that is? That's no money. You are making no money. So, please, people, let's get in the game. Then, last thing on that is the Democrats, 158 Demo bitches or bitchocrats vote against a bill that would deport illegal immigrants guilty of sexual A and child trafficking. They voted against it. 158 Demo bitches. That's crazy. You know, it's only like 200 and something of them, right? It's only like 200, a little over 200 Democrats in the Congress. But 158 of them voted against a bill that would deport people guilty of, SA and child trafficking. The bill still passed. So now it goes to the Senate. But those 158 Democrats need to be ridiculed. They need to be torn the fuck down. Because it shows they don't care about how it's affecting you. Even if they're graping you, even if they're killing you, they don't care. So it's you against the goddamn establishment government at this point, which is Biden and Harris. It's you against them. They don't care. And the Demo bitches. So moving along, again, the bitchocrats, or now this is serious, the bitchocrats were trying to cancel Janet Jackson. Bitch, we all part of the Rhythm Nation. Bitch, don't you ever come after Janet. You understand me? We are all a part of the Rhythm Nation. Janet, God damn it. Everybody, you remember that damn video? We are a part of the Rhythm Nation. Sing! Janet was the shit, boy. Nobody was bigger than Janet in the world. Do y'all remember that? Janet was the biggest singing star in the world at one point. Nobody was bigger than Janet Jackson. And they're trying to cancel her because she said Kamala is Indian and not black. Oh, you ain't supposed to wait. Oh, hey, Rhythm Nation girl. Who are you to be questioning someone's blackness? Look at you. Look at how you look. You're trying to look white. This is what D.L. Hughley tried to come out and tried to say that she trying to look white. So how you gonna question somebody's blackness? Bitch, D.L. Hughley, nigga. Nigga, I would smash you from the top rope, nigga. Give you a Dusty Rhodes elbow, nigga, from the top rope. Hey! He need his ass beat. Allegedly. But goddamn, they trying to cancel her. So the Jackson family, though, why did she come out and say that Kamala is Indian and not so again so-called black? Nobody's black, but for the sake of for the conversation, we're going to use the term black, right? Because so the Jackson family are Trump supporters. Did y'all know that? The Jacksons, they support Trump, especially Randy Jackson. Shout out to Randy. The one that never get talked about, Randy. But they're Trump supporters, y'all. Why are they Trump supporters? Why are the Jackson family Trump supporters? It's because when Michael was getting prosecuted for diddling the kids, Trump came out and said that he didn't do that. You say family, friends, but it's because Trump said, I let all of my kids play with Mike. Mike just loved kids. He did not touch those kids. There's no way that Mike touched those kids. He's not that type of person. I absolutely don't believe this is set up. The mothers tried to get him for money. I mean, he came out and smashed. This was on Larry King. This nigga went on like one of the biggest news talk shows at the time and said that nigga Michael is innocent, bitch. Let Michael go. And y'all want to sit up and talk, and people want to talk about how this nigga's racist. This nigga said, let Michael go. He gave Jesse Jackson campaign headquarters for free when Jesse Jackson was running for president. That's a racist nigga, right? You give a black man running for president, you give this nigga campaign headquarters for free. For fucking free. Oh yeah, I hate niggas. Then he gave 25% of the construction jobs of all his buildings. 25% of the construction jobs went to black people, melanated people, construction workers. Yeah, that's a real racist motherfucker, y'all. That nigga racist as fuck. But that's why the Jacksons like Trump. Because he came out and supported Mike during the bullshit. Now, who was going after Mike that time when he got indicted and prosecuted? Well, not indicted because that's federal, but when he got charged with the child thing in California, who was going after Mike at that time? Guess who, everybody, was going after Mike? The main person who was on TV every time talking about how, yep, Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze got it. The Kamalian. She was on TV all the time talking about how Mike did this and Mike, we're going to get him and blah, 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 blah. They didn't get nothing because Mike didn't do anything. Do you know how hard it is to beat an indictment like that? When they think they got you and all the evidence, that nigga Mike, they couldn't find shit on Mike. Nothing. Zero. This is what they found on Mike. Donut. They was hating. They couldn't get him on nothing. So they hate Kamala's bitch ass. They hate her because she tried to throw Mike in jail, and Trump came out and supported Mike on Larry King Live. So that's that was crazy right there. And they're trying to question how black the Jackson family are, you know. They're trying to question the blackness of the Jacksons. They've been a staple in niggitude since the beginning. No matter if Mike he had the vitiligo or whatever he's trying to do, he still was black. He was still a melanated. Up under all of that, Mike was still melanated, god dang it. So we claimed Mike no matter what Mike did, and Kamala tried to throw our brother in jail because she ain't melanated, and she ain't American melanated either. She Canadian. She is melanated. She got some melanin, but she ain't American melanated. Let me say that. Then Roly-Poly Martin went on a tangent, rant questioning the intelligence and blackness of Janet. Like, nigga, you? You questioning somebody intelligence? Nigga, you? Roly-Poly? Not you. You should let somebody else take that argument up, my nigga. You need to sit your fat ass down in the corner and eat some cheesecake. Like you want to do. You leave Janet alone, nigga. You done lost your goddamn mind. And let me tell you what happened. When they came after Janet, they fucked up. They fucked up. What did everybody see Blade? The second Blade, part 2, when they had those vampires where their mouths open all crazy and shit. And so one of the scenes they had Blade, he was down in the sewers, and they were hunting them cats, and they had like these they had like these UV ray bombs. So UV light kills vampires, right? So they had these bombs that would blast UV light and would take out. Sorry, y'all, if y'all ain't seen Blade 2, I'm spoiling it. But he had these UV bombs that would take out people, right? And so then they were closing in on Blade. All of them was closing in on him, right? And they were all getting close and they were trying to come under the water and shit. And so they was all closing in on Blade. And then Blade, he had the bump. He said, "You obviously do not know who you are fucking with." Shout out to Wesley. That nigga said, "You obviously do not know who you are fucking with." So that's what Candace Owens just said, y'all. When they came after Janet, Candace said, "You obviously do not know who you are fucking with. You do not go after Janet." So they caught the ire and the evil eye of Candace Owens when they came after Janet Jackson. And boy, when Candace found out, holy shit. So Candace did an expose. Y'all need to go watch. She did 4 videos. I think maybe 5, but I know at least 4. I watched 4 of them. So she did an expose of Kamala's black heritage from Jamaica. Goddamn. Why did they put Candace Owens like a goddamn bloodhound? That bitch crazy. Candace Owens is a goddamn bloodhound. When she get on some shit, hey boy, she don't let it go. So Candace found that the so-called black grandmother she is standing side by side in a picture in her book is not actually her grandmother. Some chick named Beryl. She's like, "This is my grandmother Beryl." That she's standing side by side, this lady in the book. Said her name was Beryl. This is my grandma, her dad's mama. But come to find out, Candace came and pulled, oh, wait a minute. Beryl, which is supposed to be her dad's mom, died 4 years before Kamala was even born. Wait a minute. How the fuck are you 19 or 20 years old standing next to your grandmama in a picture when she died 4 years before you were born? We need Kamala. Come on, bitch. Come with the answers. We need them. Come with the answers. Something ain't right. Kamalian. She's the Kamalian. Hey, it gets deeper. So then she said this lady is basically most likely the servant of her family on their estate. Because, you know, Kamala and them was rich. Slave owners, descendant of slave owners. So, you know, Irish motherfuckers, right? So on one side of her name is Finnegan. Her ancestry is Finnegan. And then the other one is Brownlee or whatever, where the town in Jamaica was named after her family. Her family named the town. That's how rich they was. They had like 1,000 slaves. They owned 1,000 slaves. And then when they got compensated, when they got rid of those slaves, they got compensated. It was something like $10 million. And that was way back then. So think of $10 million like 100 years ago. Think of what that's worth. $10 million 100 years ago. How much is that worth today? That would be the equivalent of whatever that is today. It's probably like 100 million, right? No, it's not it's not. It's worth $10 million like 100 years ago was worth like, it has to be at least, I would say 50 million. You say 10 billion, do the calculator, Hodges. You're just making up numbers. It's not billions. It's probably about 50 million. Do the calculator. They have like the conversion calculator. So do the calculations on when they got that money. So, but they got the money like over 100 years ago. So in that time, they were super rich. Let's put it that way. They were super rich, the equivalent of what that would be today. They had that money. So they had servants and all kind of shit. They had a bunch of servants around there. And that lady who she took a picture with, you did the calculations? How much is it? 300 million? Are you serious, Roderick? 350 million? That's what it would be today? God damn. So yeah, that's how much money they had back then. The equivalent of $350 million today. But remember, I'm a middle classer. I grew up in the middle class because, the middle class is the bedrock of America. And the bedrock of America is the middle class. But she's a middle classer, y'all, worth $350 million, the equivalent of $350 million today. Hey, nigga, I need to be a part of that middle class. Can I get in that middle class? Cause look here, goddammit. That's the bomb middle class right there. I need to be in the middle. I need to be like Moni. Y'all remember Moni in the middle? Where she at? In the middle. Moni in the middle. Where she at? In the middle. Moni Love. I need to be like Moni Love. That's only for you old school people. Y'all know about Moni was one of the dopest female rappers back in the day. What happened to Moni? What happened to Moni Love? I think she was British too. I think if y'all correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but wasn't Moni Love British? I think she was British. But I need to be in the middle if 350 million is being in the middle. Me and you, Moni. But so there's a death record. So this is crazy shit. So right, so that happened there, right? So then you got cats outside talking loud as hell. So then it came out, she did some further digging and found out that Kamala's father, Donald J. Harris, which is crazy that her dad is named Donald J. and she's running against Donald J. Trump. There's some weird shit going on here, y'all. Dad named Donald J. She's going against Donald J. But Donald J. Harris apparently, so he was born in 1938, right? To some name, Beryl Harris or Beryl Finnegan. That's her maiden name, right? So apparently, though, there's a death certificate for a child named Donald J. Harris in 1940 when he was like a little over 1 year old. So if the real Donald J. Harris died when he was 1 year old, who the fuck is her daddy right now? Who is that dude? Who is Kamala's daddy? Because apparently there's a death certificate. She showed it. Kamala showed it. A death certificate with Donald J. Harris on the death certificate. And on the death certificate, Beryl Harris was listed as a person being there. It wasn't listed as his mom. It was listed some dude named Albert Harris was supposed to be the father. And Beryl Harris was at the death, was at the funeral or whatever. So remember, Beryl is supposed to be his mom's name. So they were saying, well, that may not be his mom, but your 1 year old child dies, you're going to be at the funeral. So that person, Beryl Harris, was his mom. So who the fuck is this dude that's supposed to be? Now, I don't necessarily believe in cloning shit. Well, not on a massive scale. I'm sure they have some clones out here. But nigga, this is pushing me to the clone Tyrone theory all day. This is pushing me to the clone Tyrone theory all day, which would explain why she has a problem answering questions when she's one-on-one. A reporter came out, or a politician came out yesterday and said she has failed up constantly. She's moved up the ladder by never having to actually do anything. She's never had to actually prove herself at her positions at any time. So think about it. She got into politics by ball gargling, what's my man's name? From the San Francisco mayor, Willie Brown. She was Willie Brown ball gargling. That's how she got into politics, right? So she didn't have to do anything for that except A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She had to gargle. She had to do the alphabet gargle. He made her say the alphabet while she was gargling. That's the only task that she had. So she moved up into that, and they said every time she moved up, she never had to actually do anything. She was always just like this. She worked. She counted on her being a woman and being a minority to help push her through. So she never had to do anything really hard. They said even when she was the prosecutor, the DA or whatever, she never was the lead prosecutor on any of her cases. She never actually tried a case, y'all. Do y'all know she never actually tried a fucking case? She was never the lead prosecutor on a goddamn case. This is crazy shit. So she has never done anything. She has never proven herself on anything. She got picked for the vice president because she was diversity hire. So she's never actually had to do anything where she had to prove herself. So I think Kamala's a clone plant. Kamala has to be a clone plant. A clone plant. So I don't know. Now again, I ain't I ain't a conspiracy Christian. I believe there's some conspiracies that have happened. I'm not a conspiracy Christian, no. But this is too good to be true. Then the last video she came out with was this woman who died, this woman who apparently died. So her dad wrote a book and he talked about this lady, Iris, who was supposed to be like his grandmother, apparently, but who raised him, and he loved her and boom, boom. And he only talked about his mom once, Beryl. He called her Miss Beryl. What person calls their mom Miss whatever by their first name? Now, I never knew about the Miss this and Mr. that until I went to the East. When I went to the East for my first visit to my family, that's where they used that. Like my aunt's name was Charlotte, so people called her Miss Charlotte. My homeboys out there, his mother's name was Wanda. We called her Miss Wanda or Miss this or Miss that. That's where I learned that from, right? So as a sign of respect, right? For somebody who's not your parent. So in the book, he called her Miss Beryl. Why the hell would you call your mama Miss Beryl? By her first name and Miss. But he talked about this Iris lady extensively, how he loved her, boo, 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 all this and that. Talked about her with crazy affection and admiration and adoration, right? So then she found out that this lady who was supposedly married to Kamala's granddad, Oscar, because there's no marriage certificate for Beryl and Oscar Harris, which is Kamala's grandfather, which is her dad's father. Her dad's father's name Oscar Harris. There is no marriage certificate for Beryl and Oscar, but there is a marriage between this one lady. I forgot her first name. You need to go watch the last video what's her name? Candace Owens just did. The lady is a white lady, a Caucasian lady like a motherfucker, but looks like Kamala. Got the same eyes, the same smile, everything. And he called this lady, and the lady name when she died, they called her Iris. Now remember, Kamala's dad in his book talked about this lady Iris who raised him, and he loved and boop boop and did this and that, blah 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 blah, right? So then come to find out that this lady who was married to his dad, there's a marriage certificate and a marriage report, like what do you do when they put you in the newspaper when you get married or whatever? You know, they release or whatever. What's that called? What is it? Announcement, a marriage announcement for this lady, this Caucasian lady, and Oscar Harris. Holy shit. Now she completely Caucasian though. And this is supposedly, allegedly, it wasn't an obituary. It was when they got married. It was a wedding announcement in the newspaper. So this Caucasian lady is allegedly Kamala's grandmama. So where the hell is she black at, y'all? And the daddy may not even be her daddy. This is a whole psyop, y'all. They done cloned this bitch and put her in the office and moved her up so they can get her into the presidency and run and basically use her as a Manchurian candidate. This is crazy. You said Dolezal. Yeah, we need justice for Rachel Dolezal. I've already said this months ago. We need we need justice for Rachel Dolezal. If she can just claim being black, then Rachel Dolezal, you a nigga to me. Because you at least hung around melanated people and you felt the energy. You felt that was a part of you. You embodied it. She don't even embody niggitude. She don't even embody the brother, the black, the melanated energy from the hood. She don't embody that. At least Rachel Dolezal did. So it's crazy, y'all. What have we got going? God damn. So, hold on. Now, all of the intelligence agencies just came out. All of the intelligence agencies, 700 people from the intelligence agencies, they all came out and endorsed Kamala. Now, right after we find out that her daddy probably is not really her daddy, and see, it's easy to steal somebody's identity if they're a 1-year-old child that was born damn near 100 years ago. You can go steal that person's identity without there being any suspicion, because nobody gonna go looking for a 1-year-old child that died in 1940. So they felt, it was easy to just steal this, take this identity and throw it onto him and push him as whoever the fuck he's supposed to be. Now, who is he? Who is he, y'all? Who the hell is he? I need to know. We need to know. Because I don't think it's her daddy. It might be her handler or the nigga who, you've seen these damn movies where they put people together and give them a clone child and have them raise the clone child till they raise them with a certain amount of ideals. Marxist, yep, communism. Raise this person as a communist, put this person in office, and then this person will be the one to usher in communism in America. Which is why she's not talking about her past, stances, political stances. Because it's all communist, all communism. So she's trying to look like this middle person, because she grew up in the middle class. Yo, Ricky R. Snow, appreciate you. Thank you for the Swarmer donation on the Cash App. Hey, everybody, make sure you donate to the Cash App. The super chat don't work, so I appreciate y'all for not letting YouTube dictate, how we're going to support our own people. So again, they trying to take me down and take the support of you guys away from me. So a way around that, we got to maneuver around that. And please hit the Cash App. That's Cash App, the number 9. Real Nagas, excuse me. Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9. So this could be huge, y'all. If Candace Owens keeps digging and she finds some shit more, she already found out that her daddy is supposed to be dead, that her grandmama died 4 years before Kamala was born, that her daddy was married to some Caucasian chick that was called Iris, that the daddy in his book said he was raised by a chick named Iris, that he loved and adored and blah, 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 that was supposed to be his grandmama. Y'all, this is a scandal waiting to happen. So again, yo, hold on a second. Excuse me, bro. I'm live streaming. I can hear you. We can pick you up on the mic. Thanks, appreciate you, bro. Damn neighbors talking loud as shit. Tress Burden, appreciate you. You said shawarma. They said shawarma and some baby oil. I don't do the baby oil. I don't need baby oil, goddammit. If you do what you're supposed to do, you ain't no baby oil needed. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I'm just saying, if you do what you're supposed to do, you treat the lady how she's supposed to be treated, you don't need no baby oil. That's all I'm saying. Baby oil is for niggas who ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. Hey, but and that includes How long you doing it? It don't matter how long you're doing it. If you're doing it right, you don't need no baby oil. So, just saying. But Kamala's a clone, y'all. Allegedly. Kamala's a clone. So then, did you see, like I was talking about, she gave another interview, a softball interview on MSNBC, tossing up another gourmet word salad, using the word holistic. So what we have to have is a holistic, a holistic solution to this problem, where we holistically come together and do things that have a holistic, like the bitch you just said holistic. This is no lie. This is not a joke. She said holistic 3 times in 10 seconds. She said holistic 3 times in 10 seconds. So, she full of shit. And be holistic. Thank you. Someone breathe in and be holistic. She said holistic 3 times. She said the opportunity economy. I'm a middle classer 3. I mean, she said all this stuff, all the key words, right? So, and then a viral video came out showing that she uses the same 3 talking points every time. I grew up in a middle class. I grew up as a middle class kid. I was a former prosecutor, and I'm bringing in an opportunity economy. These are 3 same things she say all the time. No matter what rally she at, no matter what she doing, she uses these 3 talking points every time. So she's a clone, allegedly. But it would explain so much, would it not? Of how she's never able to riff and come off the top and say anything coherent that makes sense. She's never able to do that. She's always word saladding off. Like, just boom. She picks one word and uses that same word 18,000 times in 10 minutes. But it would explain why she is the way she is. Just saying. So, and then, the holistic problem. So then, speaking of Kamala, a woman, or, the false narrative on Kamala. There was a woman who made a TikTok video saying her daughter's school forced her 17-year-old daughter to register to vote as a Democrat. Did y'all see the video? It was a sister. She was pissed. That sister was pissed. she was pissed. And she went up to the school like, bitch, don't you ever motherfucking force my kid to do that. But she went up to the school. So the school, because they register people to vote. They said, well, we know we like to register 18-year-old people to vote. If it's especially during election time, if it's coming before election time. Well, she said, my daughter's 17. She said, yeah, but she's gonna have her birthday before the election. So we know we wanted to get a head start. I'm like, who the fuck are you to be getting a head start on my daughter's voting registration? Who even said that she may want to vote? That ain't your damn decision to tell her that she needs to vote and all that. And basically, when they told her to vote, was saying that she needed to vote for Kamala Harris because it's an existential crisis. Democracy is at stake. Trump is a threat to democracy and blah, 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 blah. So she said, bitch, because the mother is a Trump supporter. Just so happened that she did this to a daughter of a mother who's a Trump supporter. She fucked up. So the mama came up there with the camera and everything, filmed everything, said, how dare you try to indoctrinate my child into voting Democrat? Did you tell my child that democracy was on the line if she didn't vote for Kamala? She's like, no, I didn't really say that. She asked a question and blah, blah, blah. See, my daughter didn't say that. You calling my daughter a liar? Well, no, I'm just saying she may have worded it in a way where blah, blah, blah. Like, so they said, well, we're going to call my daughter down here right now. Since you calling my daughter a liar, go get my daughter out of class right now. Well, I'm just saying, she may have thought I was forcing her, but we were going back and forth and she had questions. Oh, so you saying my daughter asked you about voting? She asked you about being a Democrat and all that. She's like, that don't sound like my daughter. Go get my daughter. Daughter came down, was like, bitch, you lying, bitch. In so many words. Not exactly like that, but basically in so many words. You're like, bitch, you lying. I ain't asked you nothing. You came and told me I had to do it. Bop, bop, bop. So this is the tactic, y'all. This is the new tactic. They forcing kids in school to register to vote for Kamala. Said she didn't have a choice. She had to do it. That's crazy. I would be suing the shit out of that school for doing that to my daughter. Homegirl, if you somehow find this video, you have a huge law case against that school. A huge one. You can get paid. They will settle out of court. I promise you. Because you got all of it on tape, and you got the woman admitting that she had to talk, and she did tell her about being a Democrat and all this and that, indoctrinating your kid, and did not give her the choice not to register to vote. So I would get at that chick trying to stop Trump. Again, the teacher disagreed. So then, moving along, because that's crazy right there. School kids, did you see this video of the school kids who did an interview with CNN shitting on Kamala Harris? They were basically shitting all over it. This is Democrats and Republican kids. So the kids came from Democratic and Republican families and both said she was a liar. They both said she's a liar. Like, how would little kids know that Kamala, the Kamalian, is a liar? Now, again, all of this stuff coming out saying that her past has been doctored to make it seem like she's melanated, so that she gets the melanated support. She gets the minority support. So how do these little kids know? You can't hide nothing from little kids, man. Little kids, they connected. You can't bullshit the little kids, man. You can try to get to them a little bit, but nigga, at the end of the day, they know how to see through you. They still have the vision. They still have the vision until they get indoctrinated into this world, and then they kind of get cataracts over the vision, over their third eye. But until the cataract develop over their third eye, children have the vision. And the Republican kids were obviously smarter and were more well-spoken and balanced in their process. When asked if they would go to the other's house for dinner, if asked, the Democrat kids said no. I can't do it. And the Republican kids said, just because we disagree on some things doesn't mean that we can't be friends. Now, how spiritual is that? How conscious is that? The Democratic kids who are getting indoctrinated by their family. Trump is a killer. He's an evil. They said, one of the kids, the Democratic kids said, why wouldn't you vote for Trump? And they said, because he's pure evil. Where would a kid who don't know shit about Trump? These are like 9-year-old, 10-year-olds or whatever. Like, Trump has been out of office. Like, how would you know? Like, so 4 years ago is the last time he was in office, which means you had to be like 4. You had to be like 4, 5, or 6. So you had no idea what Trump was doing in the office. And then when he first got in the office, you were barely just born. So how would these kids know that, or believe, have they come to the conclusion that Trump is pure evil, unless they were getting fed this by their parents? They're getting fed this by their parents, obviously, right? So almost all of you have hit the like button. Take your shoes off, goddammit. Don't come in here with your shoes on. Take your shoes off. That means hit the like button, please. Don't disrespect my dojo. Don't make me put a little choke move on you in the middle of the class. Appreciate everybody who has hit the like button and the Cash App button, because there is no more super chat. So I appreciate you guys on that. Making sure my chicken shawarma donation is not depleted. I appreciate you guys for that. So if you want to make sure you want to support Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9, or please go out and get the Great Book of Melanin Research. That's a real way to support me right here. Get the hard copy, and you get the whole thing. You get everything, y'all. You get everything. You get all of this right here. This is the last week I'm doing it though, because I get new cards and books in this week. So this is the last thing. I was getting out the old inventory I had. So make sure you better get in here before this week is over. All right. So Nina, appreciate you. Thank you for the Cash App, girl. Be thinking about you when I eat my chicken shawarma. Appreciate you. Yo, did I get? Yeah, I did. I gave you Timmy Tight Top's number. In case I forgot if I gave you Timmy Tight Top's number for the weed juice. But make sure you support the homie on the weed juice. 323-776-2587. Again, 323-776-2587. Make sure you support. This is how we have to get along. We have to support each other if we're going to move up, because we can't count and wait on anybody else. So appreciate y'all. So back to the Democrats and the kids, which is crazy. So hold on, I lost my. So most of the kids, this is funny, even though they had that, most of the kids, including some of the Democrats, when asked if who would they pick for president, they picked Trump. Most of the kids picked Trump, which is hilarious. Yo, Robert, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Robert, for the Cash App. He said Kamala is salt. Appreciate everybody who doing the donations on the Cash App. Appreciate you guys. So these kids have the vision. Even the Democratic kids who are being indoctrinated by their parents, they even was like, Trump. Right now, Trump. So shout out to those little kids. It's looking a little better for the future, because these little kids were smart as hell. Especially the one little kid. He was so well spoken he could run for president tomorrow. It was one little kid they had on here. He was so articulate and well spoken. I mean, whoa. If you find this video, CNN video of interviewing little children about Kamala and Trump, please watch that, because that little kid, Republican kid, was smart as hell, was so well spoken, and he was the one like, yo, just because we don't agree doesn't mean we can't be friends. Like, that's what I'm talking about, homie. We can disagree and still be kicking and still kicking. So looks a little bright. The future looks a little bright for the young ones. So moving along, Elon Musk bends the knee to gargle Brazilian nuts. Elon is a Brazilian nut gargler. God damn it, Elon. Elon, they got him over the barrel, and he had to bend the knee so that he can get close to the Brazil nuts to do the gargle. You can't gargle nuts from way up here, so you got to bend the knee so you can get down. And God damn it, Elon bent the knee to Brazil, y'all. Brazil nuts. I don't say Brazil ball gargler, because there's actually a thing called Brazil nuts. And he's just down the whole bag of them and start gargling. So he agreed to appoint a representative for Twitter in Brazil, a way for the Brazilian government to keep Twitter under control if he doesn't comply with Brazilian law or rules. So he also agreed to block the people the Brazilian government wanted blocked for putting out so-called misinformation and disinformation under Brazilian democracy, or undermining Brazilian democracy. So we got to shut them up, because they're undermining Brazilian democracy with their words. They're lying, and we can't fight it with our truth, so we have to shut them up. Wait a minute. If somebody lying, all you got to do is fight it with the truth, right? Ain't that how? That's what I thought. If somebody lying, all you got to do is come in with the truth, and that kills a lie every goddamn time. Especially if you can prove your truth. So why do you got to shut people up? Because you don't want nobody to hear the real truth. Only time somebody's shutting you up is when they don't want you to hear the truth, not lies. Because anybody who lying, they can, and you have the truth on your side. Everyone knows you can just defeat that, no problem. But no, he had to bend the knee to gargle Brazil nuts. Again, a democracy where you don't have free speech. He wants to preserve democracy, a democracy that doesn't have free speech, y'all. But we need to preserve us being able to censor your speech. That's our democracy. We need to be able to cut you down when you get out of line. That's what real democracy is. Didn't you know? You didn't read the book? Goddamn, man. Read your handbook, man. These niggas is crazy. So the Brazilian government started investigating Musk for being tied to what they call digital militias, trying to disrupt the democracy of Brazil. This is how they got him. They instituted an investigation for digital militias. Like what? A digital army. He's being investigated for drumming up or coming up with a digital army, which is insane. To go back at Brazil and threaten their democracy where they don't have free speech. That democracy. Democracy where we can't say what the fuck we want to say. He's threatening that. Okay. And then they shut down Starlink. That was the major thing that got him to bend the knee. It wasn't the investigation. It was the Starlink. He makes way more money on Starlink than he does Twitter. So they shut down Starlink, shut down his bank accounts. He had to bend the knee. So they had him over a barrel, y'all, because he had two businesses, multi-billion-dollar businesses in Brazil. They were able to chokehold, strangle one so that they could get him to control the other. They could control the other one. Sucks. I mean, whether he had the choice or not, you know, we don't own billion-dollar companies. We don't know what was going on behind the scenes. It's easy for us to say, don't bend the knee when you don't got, you know, thousands of employees that count on you to pay rent and feed their kids and and all the rest of that. And then, you know, your political stances threatens the lives of that many people, then you have to kind of balance that out and be like, and take, you know, be able to be humble and be like, all right, my views and my policies are one thing, but when they start hurting thousands of other people who work for me, then I have to take a look at that. So just saying, you know, we can shit on them for it, but you know, we have to look at the totality of everything. Totality of circumstances. People in police stop law class, you know what that means. So moving along, the owner of Telegram also bends the knee to gargle government balls. Everybody's a government ball gargler all of a sudden, y'all. Telegram they was part of the resistance, the rebellion, and god damn it, the dark side got them. So they agreed to bend the knee and agrees to give over IP addresses and phone numbers to the governments that require them. God damn. God damn it, Bobby. Telegram. And that's where I was getting all the news from. I was telling you all that stuff that was coming out on Telegram, man. That's where all the good news comes out on. Now they have to give up IP addresses to people that the government deems as a threat. So, damn it, we lost Telegram and we lost Twitter in Brazil. So at the beginning, I'll give Elon this. He did say he would comply with whatever laws the country has, right? So when they talk about, are you a free speech absolutist? He said, yes. He said, but I will comply with the laws of the countries that Twitter are in. So he did say that. He prefaced it by saying that. But if you're a free speech absolutist, man, you got to ride. But then again, there's the thousands of people who work for him who's going to die on your hill. So do they agree with your hill, your soapbox that you're standing on, or are you endangering everybody who had faith in you before you got on this political roller coaster? So We already know you can't trust any of these social platforms to secure your free speech. Rumble is the last one. Rumble is the last hope. Like Star Wars, Obi-Wan, you're our only hope. You're our only hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Rumble, you're our only hope. You're the only Obi-Wan Kenobi of the platforms. Yep, R.I.P. Telegram. Rumble's the only one left standing, y'all. God damn. They ain't been, well, Elon hasn't bent the knee in America either, so I'll give him that. He still do free speech in America, but if you in any other country, no free speech for you. Like the soup Nazi. No free speech for you. Y'all seen, that's from Seinfeld, the soup Nazi. Got a whole lot of crazy shit up in here, y'all. So moving along, just had to let y'all know that they're starting to put the clamps on all the people who are for free speech. So we got to keep fighting back, y'all. We can't let them win. So moving along, Mayor Eric Adams gets indicted following a federal corruption investigation. The gang, what do you call? He's the bad boy of mayors. That's what he said. He's the bad boy mayor is what he called himself. So, hey, yo, you want to be the bad boy mayor? Here you go, my nigga. There you go. They're saying he received money from foreign countries like Turkey without registering as a foreign agent. They also got him for bribery, wire fraud, and conspiracy. God damn, boy. Now, is he doing anything different than any of the other politicians in government? Hell no. They said the worst thing they got him for, they said he received $127,000 in vacation gifts and shit like that. $127,000, that ain't shit. As far as bribery money for a politician. Excuse me. How many of those Washington politicians are receiving hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars? You don't ever see them get indicted. Now, he says it's because he didn't play the game. He said because he came out and chastised the federal government about the illegal immigrants and them closing the border, that they came after him. And which is hard to disagree with, because when he was on his way to Washington to talk to Biden about the immigration and getting more money for the illegal immigrants and stuff like that, they went and raided one of his campaign people houses on the way. So he had to turn the plane around and go back in midair. This nigga was, you ever see a plane bust a U? Who ever seen a plane bust a U-turn? That motherfucker says, So, goddamn. Now I think what he's saying is true for sure. But did he do the shit that they said he did? Probably. But he's just doing the same game as the rest of them. But because melanated people don't really know how to work the government, because we haven't been in the government or in control for that long. When we're in the government, we don't know the lay of the land on how to do this. Caucasian people got a system set up on how they milk the system. You got to do it subversively. You got to do it quietly. You can't bring up 50 million niggas in to try to get money. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get all the niggas paid. If you do it, you only one that can get paid. Nigga, you can't be bringing everybody else in. You see all the people who resigned in his cabinet? That means everybody was getting paid. So everybody resigned, that means everybody was getting paid. This is how melanated people, this is why you don't know the game. If you come in here and if you tweaking the game, if you work in the system, you can't do it for everybody. Maybe you and maybe one other people, but really you only do it for yourself, because the way you get caught in any crime is that you tell somebody. That's how 99% of the people get caught in crimes, because they're not the only, they've told somebody else. Someone else knows. The people who usually do dirt on their own don't get caught, for the most part, if you're not sloppy. So they got that boy right out, and this is a year after he gave P. Diddy the key to the city. Him and P. Diddy. Him and P. Diddy. So I think it's more distraction. This is more distraction, y'all. Yep, do your dirt solo, Dwayne Hicks. What they say, real killers move in silence. You can't let people know what your plans are if you won't be out here doing dirt. That's a no-no. Everybody knows, anyone who's smart knows that. So, but this is more distraction. They have to throw all these melanated people at you in scandal because they know that the melanated people are focused on Kamala, not being behind Kamala. So if I can get your focus away from Kamala, get you worried about P. Diddy and Eric Adams and Jay-Z. And we talk about Jay-Z in a minute, but if I can get you focused on all these people who are supposed to be melanated icons, they're all crumbling all at once, then you are distracted from what we're really trying to do, is move this clone Kamala into the White House. Because I definitely believe she a clone, y'all. The universe sent that to me. When I saw that her daddy the daddy ain't the daddy. The daddy died at 1 year old. How the hell is her daddy named Donald J. Harris when Donald J. Harris died at 1 year old? We need to know. So, more distraction. Then, moving along, FBI whistleblowers, still in the same thing though, FBI whistleblowers testify before Congress saying the FBI is out of control and can never be reined in. So he was saying the deep state and them are trying to get at him because he went against them. So this is evidence of the deep state or the shadow government coming after him when you don't follow along with the plan. When you don't go along with the plan, they will come for you. And he was low-hanging fruit. Eric Adams was low-hanging fruit on the tree and was very easy to get him. Very easy to come after him, get him knocked out. But he's high profile, low-hanging fruit, but high profile. Somebody who's going to take up a lot of news time that would have been taken up by you listening to Kamala or you listening to Kamala bullshit. So he urges Americans to stock up, the whistleblower, the FBI whistleblower, he urges Americans to stock up on at least 3 months worth of food to prepare for the chaos that may be coming. Holy shit. Hold on, damn, I just lost my shit again. Oops, hold on. Where is it? Where does it go? Damn, I lost my damn. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, he says to prepare for the chaos that may be coming during this election. Because it's probably going to be chaos no matter who wins. I've talked about this before. No matter who wins, it's probably going to be some crazy ass shit going on within that 5-day period. From November 5th to November 10th, it's probably going to be crazy as hell. He said stock up on 3 months. I didn't know 3 months. I'm thinking 5 days, but he's saying 3 months. It's probably going to be crazy for at least 3 months. So FBI, that means FBI whistleblower. He worked at the FBI. He said these niggas are out of control. They have no way of reining. No one can rein them in. No one can control them. See, this is what Trump is going to do when he gets into office. He's going to gut all of these intelligence agencies, which is why they all came out and backed Harris. When you got the deep state, the warmongers and all that backing you, that means you are full of shit. When you got all the war people, the intelligence agencies, all of them, Dick Cheney backing you, you are the evil motherfucker. So stock up, y'all. I told y'all this too. Stock up. He said stock up for 3 months. I said stock up for a week. But maybe you want to do it for 3 months. I don't know. But apparently this is what's going down. If Trump gets in, though, he's gutting the intelligence agency. So hopefully we see that happen. So moving along in Skittle news. So being gay, bisexual, or trans is linked to higher risk of dementia, says top physiologist. This is a report. Physiologist: being gay, bisexual, or trans is linked to a higher risk of dementia, says top physiologist. Holy shit. You gonna lose. You lose your. Oh. Now, we kind of knew this. You had to be kind of crazy in the first place. But, not just playing. But linked to dementia? If you, again, LG, if you part of the alphabet crew, is linked to having dementia. So it says the alphabet plus people are at a higher risk of dementia and depression than their straight peers, a study suggests. Researchers at the Yale, so you can't debunk these niggas, researchers at the Yale School of Medicine found that the group had a 15% higher risk of brain health problems overall later in life. This included a 14% higher risk of being diagnosed with dementia and a 27% higher risk of depression in later life. Well, honestly, it's not a surprise. You're not in harmony with nature, the universe, when you're on that side of the game. Nature, the universe made man and woman to go together. Sorry, trying to offend nobody, but that's the way it is. Universe made man, woman to go together. Become together to become one. So if it meant for same-sex people were to be together, it would have made same-sex people able to have children if they came together. But that doesn't happen. Only you coming together with the opposite sex of who you are can you perpetuate the species, which is really what life is really about. At the end of the day, the first thing you're supposed to be doing here is making more of us, keeping the species alive, preservation. So then it says the paper blamed a variety of contributions from psychosocial factors like stress to physical damage from violence and gender affirming hormones to damage from violence. From violence, really? Is the alphabet crew really seeing that much violence out there in the world, y'all? That's some bullshit. They only see that when they're not upfront and honest with the people they're trying to partner with or do whatever with. When they're not honest, especially on the Decepticon side of the game, that's when violence happens. Otherwise, this shit has been around here for years. Ain't nobody tripping on the LGBT cats unless you messing with kids or trying to force it on someone else. So they said from violence, then from violence and gender affirming hormones. And so let me read that over. So the paper blames a variety of contributions from psychosocial factors like stress to physical damage from violence and gender affirming hormones and difficulties accessing healthcare. So then, people don't even understand the alphabet community have the biggest domestic violence numbers. Did y'all know that? The alphabet community are the biggest domestic violence people. They have the biggest domestic violence numbers. That's because you got two big ass burly niggas wrestling each other. Talking about, I love you too. I love you. No, I love you more. Nigga, I said I love you more, nigga. Well, I love you more, motherfucker. Then these niggas just start fighting because testosterone is real. Testosterone is real. You ain't gonna wipe out testosterone. I love you more, nigga. No, I love you more, punk ass nigga. I said I love you, butt fucking bitch. Like, nigga, can y'all take that to your corners? Can y'all go to your opposite corners, my nigga? We don't need to see none of that. So, damn, that's crazy right there. So, dementia. Life of, hey, you may lose a little bit when you dive into that community. So says the Yale School of Medicine. Not me. This is Yale. So moving along, still in Skittle news, Russian parliament passes the first reading of an adoption ban for countries allowing gender transition. So they have a bill going around that's getting ready to be voted on and passed, most likely in Russia, that says if you from another country, you can't adopt none of our kids if you gonna transition them. Hey, shout out to Russia on that one. You can't adopt none of our kids if you gonna turn them into the goddamn alphabet crew. If you gonna turn them into Decepticons and alphabet, you can't come over here and take none of our kids. Used to hasta mañana. Who was that? You out? A set? My aunt, is that you? Ayana? Is that you, girl? Peace out. See you tomorrow. So, damn. Russia is about it. So this is the story. Moscow. The lower house of Russia's parliament on Wednesday gave overwhelming approval to the first reading of a proposed law to prohibit the adoption of Russian children by citizens of countries where gender transitioning is legal. So if you're from a country where it's legal, you can't do it. So America, I can't adopt no Russians. Can't adopt no Russian kids. Putin and other top officials in recent years have increasingly called for observing so-called traditional values as a counter to Western liberalism characterized as degenerate. They said Western liberalism is trying to take over the world with they bullshit. We on tradition, baby. Man, woman, okay. Man, woman, man, woman, we can talk about it. But hey, Russia, they says the Duma speaker, Vyacheslav Volodin said the bill is aimed at protecting childhood and traditional values and would affect citizens of dozens of countries. Okay. It is necessary to protect our children from the dangers they may face in adoption or guardianship by citizens of foreign countries where gender reassignment is permitted. Okay, Russia, gangster off there, Russia. You ain't taking our kid over there, nigga, and put him in no goddamn dress, nigga. You ain't doing that. Put this nigga in the sound, in a musical play, The Sound of Music. You ain't, put him in a dress and put him in a goddamn, put him in no damn frilly ass plays. So shout out to Russia on that tip. Then moving along, still in Skittle news, old people care homes, like old folks homes, now tell their residents they can change gender too. Where the fuck are we doing? You telling an 87-year-old nigga, hey, you want to be a girl? Mr. Rutherford? Mr. Rutherford? Have you felt like a woman at any point in time in your life, Mr. Rutherford? Well, you can call yourself a woman. What are your pronouns? What are your pronouns, Mr. Rutherford? Well, I'm a man, but sometimes I just want to put on some nail polish. Well, you're a girl. You're a fucking girl, man. I'm going to call you she. Is that okay, Mr. Rutherford? Well, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds kind of okay. What do you think? Nigga, no. Keep these motherfuckers away from your grandparents. They coming for grandma and Big Mama and Pawpaw. Everybody, you know Big Mama and Pawpaw. They coming for Big Mama and Pawpaw. So it says pensioners who have always lived according to their birth gender can be transformers, according to bizarre advice from care homes. Taxpayer-funded guidance handed out to care home staff, old folks homes, care home staff also tells them to ask new elderly residents, what pronouns do you use? So when they bringing old folks into the crib, before they even walk in the door, they getting wheeled in, because you know a lot of these old niggas, they can't walk. They getting wheeled in. As soon as they get wheeled in the door, what are your pronouns? What would you like us to call you? It's your choice. God doesn't know. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know who you want to be, who you truly are inside. So, Mr. Rutherford, speak it from the rooftop, man. What are you? You want to be a woman, Mr. Rutherford? You want to be a she? Yeah. 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 Like, slap the shit out of them people. Nasheed, appreciate you for the shawarma burrito. They do got shawarma burritos, and they off the chain too. God damn. They call shawarma wraps. They don't call them burritos, but the shawarma wrap is off the chain. So appreciate you for the donation on that one. So goddamn. Then it says they are directed to wear rainbow lanyards. So name lanyards. They have to wear the rainbow lanyard and pronoun badges, and to never make assumptions about a person's gender as they can switch identity, y'all. Oh, they are trying to indoctrinate this from the rooter to the tutor. from birth to grave. They are trying to tell you that you don't have to be what God made you, what the universe made you. You don't have to be that. Man has created a world where you can be what the fuck you want. Fuck God. Fuck the universe, man. It doesn't know who you are. Like, I think it does. It gave me a vagina or a penis. I think I'm supposed to be whatever that is. No! Listen to that shit. Like, wait a minute, man. This don't seem kind of right. I've been in this for 87 years, and all of a sudden, I can just switch to, hi guys. Hey, anyway, hey Martha. You want to play backgammon, Martha? Come here, Martha. I'm going to kick your ass today, Martha. Like, nigga, if you don't sit your burly old 87-year-old ass down, Martha don't want to play backgammon with your ass. The fuck? Oh my God. So it says their handy guide says, educate yourself on what it means to be transformer / non-binary, adding, recognize that older people can be trans, even if they have lived their whole life as one gender. Doesn't matter. Then it says the managers are also urged to invite local Alphabet Plus organizations into their care homes and even consider organizing a drag queen bingo night for their elderly residents. Oh my God. You gonna have a nigga up there, a drag nigga up there calling out bingo numbers? P37. P37. Who's got P30? Yeah, I see you, Martha. You're doing great, baby. Yeah. Boo. N27. Who's N27? Like, nigga, if you don't get your bitch ass off the stage, what in the entire fuck, man? What the hell? Bingo! Bingo! I see you! I see you. Like, hey, drag queen bingo night, y'all. Who want to go? Who want to go? You want to go to drag queen bingo night? Hey, raise your hand. Drag queen bingo night. It's going to be a thing. They're going to start a tournament. Drag queen bingo tournament. Holy shit. Nigga, America is going to hell in a handbasket. God damn. A gasoline dipped handbasket. The handbasket been dipped in gas. And we going to hell in that bitch. So moving along, last couple things. Science and the weird. Told you it was a long damn. I told you this was long. I already been talking since 12. A new mouse study suggests, surprisingly, link between picking your nose and Alzheimer's. Huh? There's a new study. Hold up. There's a new study done with mice. I must say, let me caveat, done with mice that suggests there's a link between picking your nose and Alzheimer's. You lose your mind because now y'all know y'all niggas been. How many of y'all one of them? Y'all niggas know y'all just be. Y'all niggas know y'all be doing that shit in your private time and you're quiet with nobody around. Y'all niggas know y'all do that shit. So if you do that, it may be driving you crazy, y'all. I'm just saying. Whoa, this looks delicious. I know it's about 50% of y'all watching this who's done that shit at some point in time in your life. I know it. You ain't got to tell me. I know it's true. What do you say? It says, Arak Wagnu. It says, bruh, is that you? Did I call you out? Arak Wagnu? Did I call you out? I ain't mean to call you out. My bad. But it says, a recent study has revealed a tenuous but plausible link between picking your nose and increasing risk of developing dementia. Whoa. In cases where picking at your nose damages the internal tissues, critical species of bacteria have a clear path to the brain, which responds to their presence in ways that resemble signs of Alzheimer's disease. A team of researchers led by scientists at Griffith University, in Australia, ran tests with a bacteria called chlamydia. Holy shit, you get chlamydia in your nose? Hey, that's usually when you do with no strap on. When you don't strap up and you with no strap up, not strap on, but you know what I'm talking about. With the Jimmy. You don't strap up with the Jimmy. You can get chlamydia in your nose. Holy shit. It says, so with bacteria called chlamydia pneumoniae, holy shit, which can infect humans and cause pneumonia. The bacteria has also been discovered in the majority of human brains affected by late onset dementia. So you digging for the pirate's gold is going to cause you to be crazy when you get 80 years old. Stop it. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. You don't want to be around here, walking around here forgetting your children's names, your wife's, your husband's name, family members, because you like to go hunting for gold, for green gold in your nose. I just thought that was crazy as hell. And I know a lot of people do that shit. You ain't gonna admit it, but you do it. So stop doing it. So moving along, last thing in the science and the weird, or a couple last things. Did you see the Texas SWAT robot that captured the man that was barricaded in the hotel? Did y'all see that? There was a Texas SWAT robot that was, when this dude was barricaded in a hotel, they sent in the SWAT robot, not the SWAT team. They sent in the SWAT robot. Now, what did the robot do? The robot went up and was basically trying to knock in the window or whatever. And the dude, he came out and he basically tried to disable it real quick. He just threw a blanket over the shit. It was almost disabled. He didn't get the blanket all the way over it. So he didn't completely disable it. But look how quick it is to disable one of them damn robots. He just threw a blanket over the shit. And he said, show the clip. All you gotta do is YouTube it. Robot takes out man barricaded in hotel. You gonna see it. So what happened is after the blanket didn't work, the robot took some tear gas and threw the tear gas and broke the window and threw the tear gas into the hotel room. So then the dude came running out of the hotel room, right? And he started trying to fight the robot, try to run away from the robot. Yeah, Officer Johnny 5. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Johnny 5. Hilarious. That's what was that? Short Circuit. If you haven't seen Short Circuit, you should see Short Circuit. Great movie. Steve Guttenberg and who was it? Ali Sheedy. But this nigga was the new Johnny 5. And the nigga tried to get away. He basically grabbed him, and then the nigga fell, and the robot ran over the nigga. He ran that nigga over like he was Suge Knight. When Suge Knight ran over the two niggas with his car, this nigga had a Suge Knight flashback. He said, getting forward. He was running over that nigga like he was a speed bump. Oh shit, that nigga felt bad as fuck. Nigga, you got captured by a robot that ran you over. I mean, that motherfucker, he pissed that robot off by throwing that blanket on him too. That robot was like, bitch, who you throwing a blanket on, bitch? Nigga right here, Johnny 5, bitch. So the robot, shout out to the robot. But that's what's coming for y'all, everybody. Robot is coming for the people. Robot Popo. And so we already seen the dude blown up by the Texas police when he was the dude who shot the police up, and they sent that robot in with the bomb and they blew his ass up. This was like 4 years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. So, goddamn, they didn't up the game with the robots, with the police robots. Now, again, if you can just throw a blanket on it and disable it, that's a shitty robot. So I'm sure this is going to prompt them to then go back and fix that. If somebody just throws a blanket over the robot's disabled. They have to fix that because, nigga, that's a major flaw. Because he almost got away just by throwing the hotel blanket over the robot. So sucks for him that the blanket slid off kind of and the robot got free. But I just thought that was hilarious. That motherfucking robot ran over him like he was Suge. And this nigga, he thought his life was in danger. He just he's just killing that nigga. So watch out, people. This is what's coming for you. Then the last thing I got, or a couple things, Nature Jab, the kid Nature Jab. Y'all heard me talk about the kid Nature Jab, the dude who makes diesel gas or gas from plastic. He built this whole plastic machine. Now, if you don't know, the nigga got blown up a couple months ago. The nigga had something bad happen with the damn experiment while he was testing it, and the shit blew up, blew his leg off. Crazy. This nigga all the skin fell all the skin fell off his leg. They had to do surgery. Nigga leg was swollen like a goddamn watermelon and shit. Looked like a pale watermelon because all the skin fell off. So his nigga leg was completely white. Shit was crazy as hell. And but didn't stop him working. Now this is the little 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid. Remember, this nigga he started this when he was 17 in high school, making gas from plastic, which we need because they just came out with how much plastic is in the world. Plastic is, microplastics and everything. There's microplastics in your testicles and your ovaries. It's all in the body now. You can't get rid of it. So we need to do something about the plastic. And this little young brother is on it. Now, he was taking donations, like just CashApp donations and stuff like that. And that's how he was helping to build his models, because he's doing it. So that's been around a long time. Heating plastic and turning it back to gas has been around for a minute, but you need a lot of energy to do it, like a lot of super heat or something like that. So he's doing it by microwaves. So he's the first person to do it by microwave. And that's his model. So my man, shout out to him, because after all of that happened, he went viral again after he got blown up. But guess who? He just got $100,000 donation. Shout out to him, which is off the chain, which means this is probably going to be a thing. He just got $100,000 donation from Serena Williams' husband. Serena Williams' husband is worth a lot of money. He's worth like a couple $100 million. So, and he's a venture capitalist investor. So, and he started Reddit. He's the dude who started Reddit, the platform Reddit. So he's a cool cat. He seemed to be a cool cat, but so he's an investor. Came out and found a little Nature Jab. That's his name. Go to his channel. The channel is Nature Jab, and invested $100,000 in the young dude. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. We need to put money in the little cats like this, the young cats like this. So shout out to Serena Williams' husband. He's a Caucasoid, y'all, just so you're aware. If you didn't know, he's a Caucasoid. But hey, if you're going to help brothers out, do this, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to that brother, for real. And Serena, because I'm sure he had to get Serena's, take on it. And Serena was like, thumbs up, baby. So shout out to him and Serena. London, listen, what up, Todd DN1? from London. So the last thing I got, this is something I wanted to share with y'all. So just had to let y'all know about that. But this is one to share with y'all. Y'all ever seen this? You guys need to get this. This is Boost. This is oxygen in a can. So basically hit it. You hold the breath. Let it fill your body up. So this gives you 4 times more oxygen than you naturally breathe in the air. In case you don't know what oxygen does to the body, oxygen heals the body. That's what alkalinity does. Alkaline makes your body have more oxygen, which heals everything in your body. Off the chain. This is oxygen that you see in the jet pilots. So that mask that they have over their face when they're in the jets, this is the same oxygen that's in that. These are about $15 a can on Amazon. This dude, the people who made this was on Shark Tank. And they got one of the dudes on Shark Tank to invest. So this is how it's out on the market right now. This is off the chain. I'm just had to let you know, I've been using this for a minute. Man, it's crazy difference. It gives you so much more energy. You're much more awake, have much more clarity and thought. Oxygen, you need oxygen. Again, this is 4 times more oxygen than you normally breathe. How many breaths can you get into this? Out of this one can? 200. This is 200 hits of oxygen in this one can. So I just want to let y'all know, again, this is what it's called right here. If you want to, let me see. Oh, it's like this. Maybe to get it like that. Boost oxygen. Get it on oxygen on Amazon. $15 a can. Well worth it. They ain't paying me no damn money. I just been using this for the last 3 weeks and seen a major difference. Even if you toke a little something and you got all that smoke in your oxygen after you exhale, take a hit of this and see how different it is. How different you're able to breathe after you do the boom, take a little hit of this oxygen. Bam! Trying to tell you. So just putting y'all up on game right there. Boost oxygen. Try it 4 times more oxygen than you get just from breathing in the air. Off the chain. So last couple things in nigga news, moving along in nigga news, I went and saw the movie What Am I Racist? I told you about it last week, right before I went to go see it. So I went to go see it after the last live stream, and nigga, that shit is funny. That shit is funny. Matt Walsh is funny as hell in that. That movie is funny because he don't really say anything. He just allows the people to kill themselves, basically with their own bullshit. They are hustling, they're race hustling. So basically using the guilt of Caucasian people, the racial guilt of Caucasian people to make a bunch of money. Now, is that wrong? You be the judge of that. That's on you. But is it right for Caucasian people to do it? To use race to make money? If it's not cool for them to do it, then it shouldn't be cool for niggas to do it either. But they out here hustling their asses off with this DEI. They are getting paid between $30,000 to $50,000 to host a workshop, a DEI workshop for corporations who want to train their employees on how to be better to minority people. Basically, they're capitalizing on white guilt. And you should have seen the goddamn the roundtable, the workshops that they came up with. This shit is hilarious. There's one little sister, little light-skinned sister. She had a nice little she had a nice little round something, but in the movie, but she was getting $30,000. She was getting $30,000 to host a goddamn workshop to make Caucasian people feel guilty. Told them if they wanted to cry, if they started to feel emotion, you can't cry, you have to leave the room to cry. Because usually when white people start to cry, then they become the center of attention and it becomes about their crying and their emotion and how they feels over what they're supposed to be crying about. So you have to leave the room. Yo, Tress Burden, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app again. Hold on, what'd you say? A trip to Cottonland. He said a trip to Cottonland. That's funny. Do you mean that? But they are getting paid, y'all. So it's drying up though. So if you want to do a DEI hustle, you better hurry up and get in it before they dry it up, because they're doing away with DEI programs at these corporations. But while it's still going, they're hiring they're getting positions at corporations making $200,000, $300,000 a year, DEI coordinators. That's crazy. DEI coordinators. Then this chick named Beverly D'Angelo, who wrote a book called White Fragility, which is basically making Caucasian people feel guilty about their position. Now, should they feel some guilt? I don't know. That's on them. I'll say this though. If you're in a position of white privilege and you're receiving what is stolen goods, because they did have to mash on the ancestors that were here, the Aboriginals that were in this land, in order to get the positions they have today. If you're receiving that benefit, then you're receiving technically stolen goods, and you should feel some type of way about that. But because it's called karma, you can't receive something for nothing. That's just the way it is. So eventually, this is why you think all of these damn immigrants are coming over here. This is America's karma. They stole the land from somebody else, so why wouldn't the land be stolen from them? That's called karma. That's again, when the bill comes due, karma is at your door. Hey, my nigga, you got an outstanding karma bill from 200 years ago when you wiped out all the Aboriginals here. You got any payments on that? I'm gonna need a payment today, my nigga. You be like, You start doing this, patting yourself down and shit. And, universe, damn, I just, I paid off my whip last week, universe. Can you come back later? Right now, the bill is due today. So, but I will say this, what most people think, or who most melanated people think owe them, as far as the Caucasian people, don't really owe you. Most Caucasian people who are in America today, aren't descendants of slave owners. They're immigrants. They're descendants of the immigrants who came over here and took advantage of the 14th Amendment after it got passed. Well, it wasn't really passed, but they act like it was passed. It wasn't legally ratified. Let me say that. But that's a different game. If you get into law further, you'll know that the 14th Amendment wasn't lawfully ratified. It was done in a military way, but a military coup. They had military people who acting as politicians who ratified the 14th Amendment. But as we're acting as if it is ratified today, the immigrants came over here under the 14th Amendment and got citizenship. So most of the people who are here today aren't descendants of slaves. Descendants of slave owners. They're immigrants. They're descendants of immigrants, and they don't really owe you anything. They came and they took advantage of the 14th Amendment, but just like anybody else could take advantage of the 14th Amendment, they took advantage of that law. But they didn't suppress melanated people's ancestors to do it. So a lot of animosity towards Caucasian people today is misguided because they didn't do anything. Most of them didn't do anything. They're just immigrants over here chilling, or descendants of immigrants. However, they still receive the privilege that Caucasian people get in the system. And so if that's not acknowledged and you are receiving that privilege and for doing nothing for it, then the universe is going to come and get you. Just saying. The universe is going to come and get you if you don't pay the bill. So just had to say that. Then, because that movie says, go check out the movie, because the movie is funny as hell. It really is funny. I was dying through the whole goddamn movie. That shit is funny. So Beverly D'Angelo, the funny part, sorry, if I got to tell this part. But in the movie, this chick Beverly D'Angelo, who wrote the goddamn book, White Fragility, they were talking to her, and they got one of the producers of the movie is a brother with an afro, right? And so he comes in and he sits down and he starts talking as Matt Walsh and her are talking. And, Matt Walsh is saying he wants to make amends, and he feels that he wants to make a difference and give back and whatever. And so he took out $30 out of his pocket and said, I'm about to pay reparations, and gave $30 to the brother. He gave the nigga $30 out of his pocket, right? And so then he looked to the white girl and he goes, so do you feel like you need to give some reparations at this time? While you have the opportunity. And she goes, it was so fucking funny. She goes, well, sure. She goes, sure. So she knows she was caught off guard with that shit. It was so fucking funny. So she jumps up, walks over to her purse, gets out her wallet and pulls like $30 out of her wallet and gave the dude $30 as reparations. That shit was so fucking funny. Oh my God. She pulled out $30 out of her wallet and gave the nigga $30. And then she said, before she said, would you like that reparations? Like he said, I'm not going to turn down cash. The brother said, well, I ain't going to turn down cash. This was so fucking stupid. She went over to her purse and gave this nigga $30 reparations out of her purse. Man, I was dying. I was dying in the movie theater. Niggas looking at, mostly white people in the movie theater too. They were looking at me like, this nigga crazy as hell. It was so fucking funny. So I urge you to go see the movie because that shit is hilarious. So that's that. Then last thing in nigga news, just real quick. They coming after Jay-Z. They got Puffy. Puffy's supposed to be holding on to some shit that he wants to testify. So who is he gonna testify against? Most people believe it's Jigga Man. It's Jay-Z. And he's even worse than Puffy. So, again, then there are reports that Beyonce has left Jay-Z because soon as Puffy got raided, she left Jay-Z because she knew that this was about to come for him. So they not together right now. Where the fuck is Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z got the Super Bowl coming up, don't he? He gonna have to be there for the Super Bowl, right? So Jay-Z and Bali. That's what Puffy should be. Why in the hell didn't Puffy go to Bali? He's an idiot, man. Why did you not leave the country, fool, when you had the chance? That shows you the ego he had. He thought he was untouchable, that he was never going to be able to be captured and touched because he has all this. He felt he got so much evidence on people that he was just never going to jail. Nigga, they said, nah, we don't care. They got his ass. So now they coming after Jay-Z, allegedly. So Puffy, though, he's on suicide watch. He refuses to eat. And that got to be hard. You've been living a super affluent life for 30 years. Now you just trapped in a 15 square, 30, what is it? 15, or was it 5 by 15 square foot cell? He got to want to, I mean, and he has no chance of getting out? Denied bail twice? Oh, nigga. Puffy, we may not, I ain't trying to speak this up, but we may not see Puffy too much longer, y'all. Just saying. Says now Clive Davis don't know who Diddy is. Well, Clive Davis is 97 years old, so shit, he don't know who he is. Damn, Miss Jeannie, he don't know who the hell he is right now. So that ain't nothing. Clive Davis old as shit. But so, all right, Jay-Z, man, they taking down all our people, all the icons. All the people that made our greatest music. They just trying to take them out, man. They don't leave us with no icons, do they? They can't leave us with someone who has no blemishes, who we put on a pedestal. They are always trying to mark him up with a blemish. Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby. They'll always try to mark him with some type of blemish to say, oh, no, the person who you look up to, no, he wasn't great. He did this over here. You don't never see them do that shit today, motherfuckers. All the dirt that they do, Mike Tyson, all the dirt that they do in the world, you never see them come after and blemish their great people. Even the old slave owners and shit like that. They don't never blemish them people and ridicule them people for being slave owners and all the shit. No, they are founding fathers. They were great men. They gave us this country. They stole it and killed everyone in it, but they gave it to us. It's up to us to keep it. By hiding everything that they did. So they always got to put a blemish on our people. Jay-Z's the next one. It's a hard not life for us. It's a hard not life for us. It's gonna be a hard knock life for you, really, Jay-Z. So last thing I got, police stop law lessons. Not really a lesson, just some news that came out. NYPD transit police shoots 3 people. This is the transit police. This is the Metro police. They shot 3 people, including a hospital worker on his way to work, in the head, as well as another police officer for a guy jumping the turnstile worth $2.90. $2.90. They shot 3 people, and they didn't even shoot the dude who jumped the turnstile, y'all. Let me get that straight. The dude jumped the turnstile, $2.90. They tried to shoot him. They said he pulled out a knife, but they couldn't find the knife. After all these people got shot and they arrested the dude who jumped the turnstile, they couldn't find the knife. But they shot a fellow police officer and a dude on his way to work. They shot the nigga in the head. Now he all fucked up. He has brain damage and everything. For $2.90. But you can't arrest illegal immigrants who are suspected of murder, robbing people, jumping on police. They gang up on police out in the open, beating the shit out of police. These niggas get released from jail. No. They don't even get touched a lot of the damn times. Go in the stores, rob stores and shit. But for $2.90, you gonna shoot a nigga. This remind me of the movie with John Cusack, Better Off Dead. Who ever seen that movie, Better Off Dead? In the 80s, where John Cusack was a skier and he was supposed to ski down the mountain or whatever, this crazy ass mountain. And he had this little kid who was on the paper route. And and John Cusack and his family owed the nigga $2 from the paper route. And that motherfucker followed him around the whole movie. $2! I want my $2! This shit was hilarious. This little kid was relentless. This nigga would not stop hunting that nigga for $2. My $2! Yo, Roger Rose, appreciate you. You say you heard Jay-Z, Nas, and Rick Ross? All? Okay, maybe. I didn't hear about Nas and Rick Ross. But Nas was an alcoholic, so he might be in there. But yeah, I want my $2.90. That cop was he acted like he was the kid from Better Off Dead. I want my $2, motherfucker. And this nigga shot 3 people because of it. Holy shit. So in protest the next day, everybody on the subway jumped the turnstile. In protest, they had hundreds and hundreds of people that next day. They all went down to the subway and they all hopped the turnstile in solidarity of the people who got shot. And so they called the police on them. And out of the hundreds and hundreds of people doing it, 18 people got arrested. So you want to arrest people for jumping the turnstile, but not the illegal immigrants for building up a goddamn crime syndicate. For building up a crime syndicate and terrorizing goddamn American citizens. Or people just going in stores and mobbing stores and running out of stores with thousands of dollars worth of shit. No, we ain't gonna arrest them. Not shoot them. But we're gonna shoot a nigga for $2.90 for jumping the goddamn metro turnstile. Really? That's the dumbest shit ever. And that damn cop should be ridiculed out of existence. That's all I'm saying. He should be ridiculed out of existence. So again, they started arresting a bunch of protesters in the streets, but illegal immigrants, again, can terrorize New York hoods. So that's what they're doing. And again, I believe you need to have a law army. When the police officers and the government and all that shit try to come after you, you need to be a part of a law army. This is where we're going, people. If you don't see that they're trying to make an enemy, you've always been an enemy, but they're showing you they're really trying to make an enemy of you now, of the people. No free speech, no freedom of assembly, none of this. All the things that you have within the Constitution, they want to take them away because they want to push you towards this one world government. Don't let them. Please don't let them. Don't let them. Y'all get in here, get your shit, get your knowledge. Don't get left behind. Get your package, constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card. Constitutional rights card lets them know what your rights are, what will happen when they violate your rights. Qualified immunity card lets them know they lose their shield that they get when they violate your rights and they don't knowingly violate your rights. But when you alert them of the fact that they're in danger of doing it and you get it on camera, when they do it, they lose their qualified immunity. And this is the notice that has all of the Supreme Court cases there that lets them know they lose their qualified immunity right here. Keep this in your car. I don't answer questions. Show it to them on the window when they pull you over, or you can hand it to them if you want, but it's your property. Just make sure you get it back. Hand it to them. Say, I don't answer questions, officer. And then you shut the hell up. If you don't know any law, if you do know the law, then you can keep asking questions to the officer about your constitutional rights, about the violation of your constitutional rights. Again, we don't necessarily subscribe to don't say anything to the police. If you don't know anything, then you shouldn't talk to the police. But if you know the law, then you should talk to the police, meaning don't answer questions, but you should ask questions. because police officers don't know how to answer those questions when it deals with the conservation of your constitutional rights. So this is how you get back at them. Again, get this Know Your Rights manual, this right here. This will teach you everything you need to know about your rights, police stops, traffic stops, and Terry stops, or police stops on foot. And then this is how you go back at them with the public official bonds book. Get that bond or the insurance. Again, what is your surety bond number, officer? Bam! Go after the bond. You see what I got on right now? Go after the bond. Make sure that they don't violate your rights. And then again, for this last week, before the new shipment gets in, you get the 5-card deal this last week. So make sure you get in here. And so if you get in here before Friday, because that's when I'm going to mail stuff, before Friday, I will give you these. Both Police Stop flashcards, volume 1 and 2, Law and Government flashcards, volume 1 and 2, and the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court Police Stop decisions right here, volume 1. We got volume 2 coming out. Just been busy, haven't been able to print it up, but we're getting it printed up very soon. So there's about to be 6 decks of cards coming on in here. So make sure you get in here, get the cards before we do the last one. And then if you want to learn your rights for free, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Please sign up. Make sure you get over there and join this law army that we got going. 1 million Johnny Cochrans. For the deal, make sure for that deal, real quick, you got to buy the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy first. RealNagas.com. Get the hard copy, and then I will hook you up with the deal this week. So you got to order the hard copy. That's the deal. But I will give you $300 worth of free police stop information, and you can jump on this and get involved with the Army. But then right here, if you really want to hone your skills and get in here with everybody else and really be a law ninja, because that's what we're doing. We're teaching you law martial arts, basically law MMA. This is what we're doing right here. So make sure you get in the cage, learn your law MMA so that you don't get choked out on the mat right here. knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Sign up, fill out the questionnaire. Once you sign up, make sure if you sign up and you haven't heard anything, check your spam, because we do send a questionnaire back for you to fill out. When you fill that out, you send it back to us, then we give you an interview date. That's how the process goes, because we need to know a little bit about who you are. So make sure you do that. And then you get over here, you get one of these beautiful things. This is the deal. We teach it for free, but you work to get one of these certifications so that you can go back out and teach this to the community, your family and friends, so that we can build this 1 million Johnny Cochran law army up and we can smash on them, baby. So that's all I got today. I'm hungry as hell. I'm tired as hell because I was up all night researching a lot of stories. You see 3.5 hours worth of stories, goddamn. But we got through it. Appreciate everybody for hitting the Cash App, the shawarma donation button. I'm about to use it right now. So appreciate y'all on that. Everybody who came to visit today, who came to watch the live stream. All my people, my moderators, thanks for holding it down, kicking out the laptop gangsters, making sure the laptop gangsters can EAD all day. Appreciate y'all. And I'm out of here. Catch y'all next week. Deuces.